Good evening, mortals and monsters, and welcome back to another exciting episode of the Fables of Alaemyr. I'm your occasionally humble Dungeon Master, Jay Stiber, and leading our intrepid adventurers on their epic journey. Allow me to introduce our band of heroes. First off, we have Nathaniel as the gallant and troubled Sir Alan Starr.
I'm back.
Next, we have Ian, embodying the Timeless Warforge. With more to say than words to say them.
Epic.
Epic indeed. We also have Peercy, channeling the music and hopeful, but albeit quite confused, Talon Heartland.
Hello?
Ooh. And finally, we have Allie back with us. Woo! Portraying the commanding Lady Vesper de Leith.
Yeah, I'm actually the one who's back this time.
Lady Vesper's. Lady Vesper was like in a bit of a superposition last episode. We weren't sure if she was following us or not. So was she conscious, or was she Weekend at Bernie's? No one really knew.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, and I try not to.
Give me some sunglasses and don't worry about it.
Yeah, it's going to be great. And
You're the DM, you're supposed to worry about it.
I worry about it all. Hell, as we dive... Well, as we dive back into the Alaemyr, I just want to remind all of our watchers and listeners that they can dive even deeper and delve into the cave of wonders about what we're going on. If you're eager to learn more about the Black Doves, check out our website. You can scan our QR code. You can also check out our socials, Insta, Facebook, TikTok, all the goodies. Keep up with our escapades and get sneak peeks of future episodes, stuff that we're doing, and some behind-the-scenes stuff. They will all be below my avatar. They'll rotate through the QR codes. Easy enough to just kind of snag one of those. And also, all the links are in the description. If you want to talk with us directly, I invite you to join the Discord. And, yep, the QR code is once again just right under me. With all that said and done, let's dive right in.
R.I.P. to Twitter.
R.I.P. Oh, yeah, what's Twitter? I haven't heard of before.
I don't know what this Twitter website is you're talking about.
What is this Twitter nonsense? This sounds like this weird bird thing. I don't know. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Goofy shit.
Mostly, yeah. Last time, our heroes had some downtime and got to go through a bunch of much needed catching up in their interpersonal interactions with different stuff. So while Allie has not yet heard this stuff, we'll have that done in game. As you're able to catch up in person with our adventures.
Don't blue ball our audience of the recap here.
I mean, that's fair. So, in a bridge recap, Sir Starr was able to meet up with his Brotherhood of Progress and get them some much-needed training. Had some heartfelt heart-to-hearts with some of his less talented members, who turns out they just need a bit of rage and they're fine. Also had an incredibly insightful conversation with his deity about the nature of who and what he is. That was cool.
Yeah.
Talon got a chance to finally have some one-on-one time with his patron, Sir Hartford. Nope, not Sir. Lord Hartford. Lord Harold Hartford. And they discussed what the future looks like with their continued partnership and moving forward, and gave him a rather personal invitation to join the family, which was pretty wild.
Was wild.
Also revealed that Lord Hartford is actually already a member of the Black Doves, so thank God for that.
Thank fucking God.
That's so much harder to try to, like, you want to help us, like, throw over your government, overthrow? Like, we're tight, right? But are we this tight? I don't know. Thankfully, that is not necessary.
I could go to jail right now. Well.
Yep. Well, that's probably fine. It's probably fine.
I mean, I figured I could charm him into oblivion if he said that's weird.
We could, but we like free will in this house. Or do we? I don't know. Burke had some time catching up with Kestrel and planning out the murders of certain council members. Not ones that are particularly helpful to the plot, but ones that need to be killed anyways.
It's important to Burke's plot.
It's important to Burke's plot. Also, I believe arming children was something that was done. A new crossbow was invented that is best used for small hands with low strength scores. Hashtag arm the children. I'm pretty sure that's going to be something else that's going to be wrong in my socials.
You really got to talk to more halflings.
Yeah.
They're pronounced Hofflin. Thank you very much.
That's true. Sorry, it's
Mhm.
my Tyrian accent.
Well, it's all right. Everyone's a little bit racist. And Vesper, after spending some time catching up with her sister, enrolled in went back to school and started taking some nice night courses and day courses, and is now trying to get a accounting associate's degree. And that's what Vesper did, which
It's like
is
a boot
goddamn
camp,
hysterical.
but for accounting.
Yeah, accounting boot camp. That's totally a thing.
Booting
And
account
that's-
camp.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what everybody did. We ended our session on the 1st of Melody, the 8th month of the year. And and one more thing that I forgot that's very important, it might be relevant tonight, we'll see, is that Lord Hartford also didn't request, more as required Talon's presence to perform at the Moon Festival this month of Melody, which is kind of a large music festival where, unfortunately, it's going to be a lot of nobles entertaining nobles, not so much the fun, fair-like atmosphere that the common folk will be enjoying, but all the same, something very important that Talon must be there for. And that will happen in about 2.5 weeks.
Talon
At the
also-
moment... Go ahead.
Talon also spoke with his mother.
Oh yeah, that doesn't seem plot relevant in the slightest. Talon was able to do a sending to his mother. First time they've spoken in, I think it's closer to 20 years now.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, which is pretty wild. And Talon also had some conversations with Zeus. Oh right, and Zeus let Talon know that he's the one who killed his mother. But that's fine. That's probably okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. We don't let little things like that get in the way of friendship. In the future, though, because it hasn't happened yet. So it should be fine.
Right.
So, a lot happened last session. A lot of good downtime activities, a lot of interesting plot stuff. So today, Talon and Vesper are both in Tyre on the 1st of Melody, whereas I believe Burke and Sir Star are still in Rosebark, if I'm correct in that.
Yep.
Yep, cool. We're going to enter in once again on the first, like I said, the 1st of Melody. You're going about your day. Your days are somewhat open to you still. The only thing that's on your calendar is in a couple of weeks. And so you have some time to catch up, and we're going to do a little bit more downtime as well, as the next major event that's going to happen will be the Moon Festival. And if there's things that you would like to interact with now that we have Vesper here with us, I wanted to give the opportunity for that to happen. So Vesper, let's just start with you. Is there anything that you wanted to give us a bit more details on your previous downtime? You have 4 weeks behind and 2 weeks ahead.
Well, to catch up on the 4 weeks, I guess it's pretty simple because you're probably not going to see a lot of her besides like meal times and sleeping. Because I am one of 2 places in class, wherever, at the Tyre University or whatever it's called. I don't know if you know that, Jay, but the name of the school that I would be going to.
It would probably be the College of Numbers, which is where you get an accounting course. There's a bunch of different colleges. There's a college district within Tyre itself, which is where all the yuppie noble students go. So that's got to be great.
Because
for you
that was
network
going to be
with
my
those people.
second question: is would a noble student enroll, or would they get a private tutor?
No. This is it's a pretty prestigious school.
Okay.
So the nobility are absolutely attending classes on the regular.
Got it.
And there
Okay,
are occasionally sponsored common folk, but it is for the vast majority nobility here.
Okay. Yeah, so she'd be there in the university district, and then I imagine that she spent a little bit of time either acquiring or cleaning up like whatever apartment her family probably owns somewhere in the city.
Right.
Or paying somebody to clean it up, really, and then living there, and Talon can stay there as well also, so he doesn't have to pay if he's not staying with Hartford, which he might be.
Well, that's a good question. Talon, where are you spending the night?
Or a little bit of column A, a little bit of column B.
It's probably a little bit of column A, a little bit of column B, but Talon definitely wants to whenever the conversation with Lord Hartford is done, he definitely wants to find Vesper, but that can
Yeah.
be later.
Certainly.
Yeah.
I mean,
Like-
that conversation happened probably about a week ago, so
Oh.
we can that scene. I
We'll
think is
go back because Vesper is what she's doing. She's really not. It's not that interesting. She's either in class, studying at home, or at the library, like looking into. And I guess the other thing for audience purposes is she'd be looking both at like accounting stuff, studying numbers, mathematics. She's learning calculus. It's going surprisingly well.
just got to get
The other thing she's looking at is, I imagine Zeus gave her a book list, and she's looking into arcane magic. She's learning, she's got the grade school workbook for potential wizards, and
It's
is
all about
working with that.
coloring between the lines of the magic circles, the rune
You
circles.
should color code by school, says the book, and she's like, oh, good.
Color coding, great.
So
Actually, I think that would be a really good time to pick up with story moving forward. Is Talon? We can go right after your conversation with Lord Hartford. Let's pick up with you right there. You have a ton of information, a lot of major lore relevance between your friends and the party and the world, and you haven't really had a chance to talk to anybody about it. You haven't told your friends yet because we haven't had you do any sort of sending. So let's just pick you up right there. You walk out of Lord Hartford's estate after your extendedly long conversation. You speak for about an hour and a half, and you leave with the sun in the same position in the sky that it was last time. If you remember, he snapped something, and a bubble of slow time warped around you guys to have your conversation.
I do.
Yeah. So no time has passed for the rest of the world. Effectively, very little, maybe about a minute. And for you, you had a little over an hour to discuss everything. And if I remember correctly, you guys shared some whiskey and a joint.
Yep.
So you're a little crossfaded.
Yeah.
And you have some things to share with your friends.
how old
It's
is Lord
true.
Hartford? This is just fun.
I believe he's 44. I'll have to check my character. I'll have
Okay,
to check my
okay.
notes. Yeah.
Still pretty spry.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's doing
Oh,
okay. He's doing all right.
I always imagined him in like his 60s, and then I was like, that doesn't make any sense.
No. His one and only child is, I think she's 18.
Mhm.
18 or 19. I'll have to double check.
We'll definitely get to that. So you gotta
Yeah.
go. I'm gonna go find Vesper as quickly as possible.
Sure.
If-
So
if
So
Vesper's
here's,
in
hold on.
class-
Can I ask? Can I
Yeah.
ask real quick?
Yes.
Let me take control of the narrative for a brief moment, DM.
Yeah, go
Well,
for
I
it.
ask Peercy, for comedy's sake, is Vesper in the library or is she at home?
Oh
like,
man.
where do you want to set this scene? It's also possible that wherever she is, you're like, we gotta go because I gotta talk to you, which is valid. But
Let's hit the library.
okay.
I was picturing her in class, but that's this works very well as well.
I feel like
Library's legit.
it doesn't. I don't know. I don't want to speak for Talon, but like, doesn't have to pull her out of class. Can wait
Yeah,
an
exactly.
hour.
He wouldn't. He would wait
Okay.
and basically just sleep it off on the lawn.
Amazing.
You're just like finding yourself under a tree, hat down, just nodding off.
Until
What's the?
yeah,
Oh, go ahead.
until Vesper's done. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the time of year of Melody? Are we like late fall? Is that where we are?
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
you're late fall. The next month of Rot. First of Rot actually is the winter solstice. It's the first day of winter.
Okay.
So you're at the end of fall.
Okay.
Or yeah, that's where we're at.
But Tyr's pretty southern, so I imagine it's still pretty warm.
It's warmish. It's getting a bit cooler now. You're looking at lows in the low 40s. So chilly. Definitely going to want to make sure you have a coat or a cloak.
A
of some
cloak.
sort.
which I
With like a
wear.
cloak, get a dry spot under a tree. That's a good nap.
That's
Yeah.
a real good nap. And then also, it's like midday, so it's not like that cold yet. So it's probably like, maybe call it 56, maybe as low as 50
Yeah. that's a good
Fahrenheit.
nap.
Yeah, it's a nice good nap. So, Talon, you pass out for half an hour or so while Vesper is out of class, and you awaken. Sun's a little bit lower than the sky, and as you've been keeping talking with Vesper pretty regularly, that she should be in the library right now. within the college district of Tyre.
Okay.
Let me set the scene a little bit. So Tyre is a city that is built on a delta, a river delta, in which each of the land breaks as the web of water crisscrossed to the sea, which into the Bay of Wings. Each of those little pieces of land has been built up and reinforced and turned into its own district. And there is a couple dozen districts in all that make up the capital city, Tyre City. The college district is one of 9 of the major prominent districts that surround the King's Castle. And so that is where we are right now. As you walk through the city, there are these large wooden bridges that connect each of these islands, and some of which will actually separate to allow larger ships to pass between them. Some description is helpful. That's where we is.
Cool.
So, Talon, for you to get from Lord Hartford's estates to the college district, it's several. You have to cross several bridges.
Okay.
So it's
Well,
a bit
you
of a
know,
walk. Good place to walk, though.
He's cross-faded and stumbling around Tyre, admiring the water as it goes by, thinking about everything that they've talked about, and once Vesper's out of class, he'll head into the library.
Okay. It is a truly massive building. There is a grand arched doorway with doors that are 15 feet tall. They are pretty much always kept open because honestly they're too damn hard to close. Over the years the hinges have rusted a bit. It is a very old and prestigious building. As you walk in, there is soft light illuminating, no windows, but soft lantern light illuminates the entire interior of the library. There are shelf after shelf of bookshelves, and it's incredibly quiet. Students are studying respectfully. Occasionally you hear a quiet snoring from somewhere deeper in the stacks. And as you look up, you see Vesper at one of the large tables with a... What? Vesper, how many books do you think you have around you right now, Vesper?
I think she's got like a stack of 3 or 4, and then one open, and then a notebook.
Perfect. All right.
A little like one of those old fat abacus. Yeah, there we go. Counting.
A counting bead machine.
A counting bead machine. I was like, what's the old-fashioned calculator?
Yeah, abacus.
So there's like that really satisfying little click, 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 notes, 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 click, click, notes, notes.
That's very satisfying. I like that. So Talon, you see Vesper working on her abacus.
Hey.
Hey. How was the meeting?
Wow.
Are you okay? You look a little...
Yeah. Oh, I'm good. Yeah.
Your
I'm
eyes
good.
are really red.
Yep, probably.
You want to sit down?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Sounds good.
She'll like kind of use her leg to like push out the chair next to her at the table she's at.
Yep, he'll sit next to it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff that I have to tell you. Pretty much everyone, but like you're the only one here right now.
Yeah.
And it probably shouldn't be done where anyone else can hear.
Oh.
Sorry.
Okay. Yeah, just give me a second. I'll check these out and then we can go back to the apartment.
Sure. Sounds good.
She's like, looking real sus, but can see that you're nervous. And so she's like, okay. So she'll gather up her armful of books, check out what she needs to check out, and then can head over, take a walk.
Yeah, it's quite the walk. If you're staying in the noble estates of House DeLaith, they are a bit further than that of House Hartford estates.
Do they have like carriage
Gondola?
cabs?
Gondolas.
Gondola? Yeah,
It
sure.
would be a gondola because between districts there's going to be a bunch of rivers. It's all rivers. So they do. You can actually hail down a cab. Gondolab.
Mhm.
Gondolab? Clabalab. Now this is just going from
It's
bad to
getting
worse.
worse. It's just
It's getting
a
more worse.
gondola.
It's just a gondola. You're able to wave down a gondolier, and
There you go.
for 5 silver, you're able to purchase a passage all the way back to your noble estates.
Spency.
Fancy indeed.
Spency. All right.
Well-
Yeah, get in,
Mhm.
drop the books on the table, sit down on whatever little chaise lounge. I imagine it's not huge because my family isn't super wealthy, but
No,
everyone has to have an apartment in Tyre. If you don't, who even are you?
indeed, it's not large. It's only 3 or 4 rooms that combine to make your apartments. Sitting room.
Yeah.
You don't even have your own bathing chambers. Unfortunately, you have a bedroom, sitting room.
The bathtub in the corner.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and you're able to sit down in your sitting room. There's a small fireplace that is lit near the butler of the Keon estates. So all of your major houses are all kind of clustered together. Delathe is the smallest of them. And make sure that your household is seen to. So
We're on the
fire,
ground floor. It's embarrassing.
no view whatsoever.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right. Well, where do you want to start?
He's 100% on board.
Good. Great. Did you tell him
Everything.
everything?
Yeah,
Okay.
everything. As soon as he pulled out this and I pull out the black feather,
Oh. Oh, gods. He's already in.
yeah.
Oh, thank God. It's going to make
Yeah.
our job so much easier. Yeah. All right. Good.
Oh,
Good.
Easier.
Well-
Okay.
But it's there's going to be less explaining to do, I guess.
Well.
Okay,
Yeah, to
there's
him.
more. I'm making assumptions. It's going to be less explaining to him, which makes. You know what? I'm going to stop talking. You talk.
So, I let him know who my dad was, and that I planned to go to the everything, right? Just everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we can put that out there, and he thinks most of it's a good idea. We can probably accomplish it. He's, down with the people here right now. He wondered if we knew who was basically selling Tyr out right now, and I didn't tell him yet because I wanted to make sure that we give him the right information. And I don't always remember everything because I'm remembering everything from all over the place.
Yeah. That's okay. There will be more conversations with him down the
Yeah.
line, I'm sure.
I think he's fairly keen to the idea of marrying your sister. If she is, maybe. He didn't seem against it, put it that way.
Well, I mean, it's fast, but Elenda is not. She's putting her pickiness aside, rather, for this particular alliance. So.
Yeah, and I think, it's not like a let's do it tomorrow thing. It's the whole courting and normal.
No,
whatever.
right, and you actually have to make sure that you are enough on the same page that you're not just going to make a mess of it immediately. So.
Right.
Yeah.
And I kind of figured out also that the vampires won't fuck with the Fae. So if we go to Nocturna with their backing after talking with the elves, or at least with one of it. I have a plan there
Oh.
for future stuff.
Okay.
And he gets
Yeah,
a really
that
sly
sounds-
look in his eyes.
That sounds really complicated, but good to know. We've got
Complicated.
some. We have some obligation to them first, but maybe that's a conversation we also have to have. But
It is. It definitely is a conversation we have to have.
I think there's still something you're not telling me.
Yeah, it's kind of to deal with that.
Oh.
And well,
Okay. And she looks like super confused.
yeah, and he gets red in the face for a minute. He's like, "Well, not like." Okay, so I told him that I was the bastard of House Mararin, right? And he's like, "Oh, you're
Yeah.
elven nobility," and I'm like, "I don't know if they see it that way, but
Technically,
whatever."
but yeah, okay.
Yeah. So, and House Hartford is like in the adjacent to or within the line of royal family, right? And if something happened to them, then somebody.
Yeah, their ruling house is Tyre, so
Right. And if something happened to that king, they might be closer to that. And with elven nobility, he thought it might not be a bad idea to marry into his family, like his daughter.
so like make an alliance. We have to go talk to the elves about who they're gonna want to send for that, right? And we don't even know that they're gonna
Yeah,
want
no,
to
he
send
meant
anybody.
me.
Wait, what?
Yeah, he meant me to marry his daughter. He had actually literally just asked me that because of, well,
Oh.
the way it would all play out would put our
Okay.
side in quite a very powerful position. As I guess Tyr would think highly of someone of elven nobility and married into whatever. I just, I had to tell you.
Yeah,
And
no, that's a good thing. That's a thing I should know.
Yeah.
She's kind of doing that thing where, like, you know, sitting on the couch with her elbows on her knees, and like when you kind of put your hands together in a praying motion and put them on your chin, like, huh, she's got that look going on.
And he's got a point. It's
Did he say his daughter's really sick, right? Like she's not well. Do you know that?
I think, yeah.
Okay.
And there's also the promise we made to the Fae.
Yeah. Yeah,
So,
that's
like,
Hold on, I gotta wrap my head around this for a fucking second because this family is about to get so fucked up.
Tell me about it.
If my sister marries Lord Hertford, and then you marry Lord Hertford's daughter, and then you and I, maybe, make good on my promise to
Yeah,
Queen
yeah.
Mab,
Yeah.
we can't do all that, right? That's weird. That's a weird family.
I agree. And I don't, I'll be honest with you, like, I don't want to marry his daughter.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, is that sort of one of those things where he asks you with an expectation, or is that like an actual think about it, see what you think sort of thing?
It was a think about it, because I did
Okay.
tell him I had someone that I had to speak with before because there may be another, I didn't know a better way to put it, prospect. It was the thing of the whole conversation that actually really threw me off.
Okay.
But like,
Wow, this is fucked up and complicated now.
well, we decided to get into politics. Ha ha ha.
Yeah, well, you know, I thought the incest part would be like a discovery later down the road of some weird family. I don't want to start that rumor.
I don't think it's incest. Like, we're not related at all.
We're not related. No, we're not. It's so many people's.
Sorry,
What do you-
that was too.
No, it's not. It's. I guess my question is, I know you don't need an answer, but what do you think, I guess, of it as an idea? Because that's a big commitment.
Yeah. I think it's a pretty sound idea, if that's if we're only talking about political arrangements and the ability to control a better portion of Tyr's future. But like, I love you.
Oh.
And that's really hard. Like, I don't know that I can faithfully do that. And I
love you.
I don't even know this girl.
Yeah.
I would hate to hurt her out of some political design, and I don't think her father doesn't know any of this, right? He doesn't have any feelings for you, and or anything
No.
like that. It's just like I couldn't say yes.
Well, I love you too. Which I feel like is the complicating factor. Maybe.
Maybe? Maybe not.
Maybe not. I mean, I can't pretend that I'm not a jealous person sometimes, but I also think that this is exactly the sort of thing that we've talked about, right? Sacrifices for doing what needs to be done.
Yeah, but does that need to be done? Don't know that I'm ever going to love her. And I think that's a terrible gift to give someone who may spend a short life with you, with me. That seems wrong.
That doesn't seem fair to her, does it?
No.
Okay. Well, if we can get my sister into Lord Hartford's good graces and vice versa, then it may be less of an issue. And maybe we can set him up with a fellow of a inspired nobility that's not you. And still make that alliance.
I do think that's possible. It definitely wasn't a do this or else sort of thing. It was kind of it felt like a strategic brainstorming session. He's a very strategic gentleman.
Yeah.
And
That would also give you legitimate claim to his name and
right.
his legacy if his daughter is in fact not well.
Correct, and I think that's what he was thinking about. That if she passes, he doesn't have a legacy. But if he and your sister get off and then maybe
Right.
or
And
get
then get
along,
off.
I mean, I'm sorry, it's all
No, it's fine. You know how involved I was in her love life? Constantly.
okay.
It's fine. Yeah, no. Literally, your sisters were like 2 years apart. There's nothing I don't know about her, though it's been a long time.
Hmm.
That aside, and she's
could have
turning kind of
kids.
pink now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I was telling. That's why it's like, and this could happen, and then
It's
maybe
like a lot of talking at each other and not looking at each other.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, I'm just gonna say it. I'm just gonna say it because I've been thinking it and you've been thinking it and we've been not saying it for a long time. I need to have a child. A child that I have agreed will become Fae in service of, the Queen of the Winter Court, of the Fae,
Yep.
and I don't know. Well, there's nobody else I'd rather have help me with that. Just kind of looking intensely at him now. And you don't need to answer me now, especially because we haven't even, done anything of that nature yet, but
Mhm.
I want to present the option formally to you, I suppose. This is the weirdest way of asking somebody to sleep with you, I gotta say.
Yeah, so
And it doesn't have to be, we don't have to start with that. Let me be really clear.
great.
Yeah, no, we'll work up to it because we've got some business to attend to before I can take a year off also,
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
But that child, I can teach them everything they need to know about the Fae,
yeah.
so they don't go in unaware.
And I do recall the exact terms of my bargain being that my child can become Fae, but not that they necessarily need to live with the Fae,
Sure.
So I don't know how they're going to interpret that, of course, but I've got
Right.
an argument, and if you've taught me anything, it's that Fae love a good little argument.
They do.
So
Did it have to be a child? They didn't specify a newborn,
they did say my firstborn child, so
but not
I did say that.
when.
No, I'm not on a timeline. My original thought was that I could trick them into, because I didn't plan on having children. And then I thought, holy cow, I think the reason that my family is in bad standing is because they reneged on a Fae bargain.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's definitely what it seems like, and probably getting that undone is a good thing, and then maybe like we can get married,
yeah.
and then we can have kids, and then
Ones that we keep, yeah.
right.
And that aren't in service to a Fae queen.
But then also like I'm elven nobility around these
Yeah.
parts if
Oh, Mum-
and when it comes out, and you
Yeah.
are nobility.
Yeah, my whole family's gonna love it. Trust me. My mum's got this weird thing where she like reveres elves. I don't know what it's about. She's got like this painting of an elf who she will not tell me the name of in her office, and she's had it since I was a child.
Huh.
I don't even know. Yeah,
Well, it might
But-
be a pine thing there.
I don't know.
Who
Yeah,
knows?
it's strange. I don't know if she hides it when Dad's around. Anyway. Yeah.
Still, so like, I guess then you want to get married instead? And he gives a weird cheesy grin.
My sister's gonna kill me. Yeah, I think I do. I'm gonna be really honest with you just right now, as I don't think it's gonna change anything. But I do need to do we need to do one thing first. And she's just gonna pounce on him
What?
at that point. She's gonna say, we need to try one thing before I agree to that, and then she pounces on him.
Yeah. That's why he's like, what? What? Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
And this is a good time to fade
Oh, yeah.
back to. Also, beautiful scene, you guys. Thank you so much. I think a good time to fade back to see what Burke and Sir Star are up to.
They're having the same conversation. It's super weird.
This is super awkward. All right, Burke. Three-word sentences. Go. I need
We're
you to
actually
propose.
like hours ahead of that conversation, though. The scene cuts to us already in bed.
Sir Star smoking a cigarette.
Right.
Burke's chest plate slightly ajar.
Just smears of something on the faceplate.
Oh no!
I was thinking lipstick. But then I was
you
like, why
were
would
not.
It's probably
Is.
who wears lipstick in this
We put
situation.
lipstick on Burke just because we want to know what the feeling is, okay? He doesn't have a mouth.
That
Hey,
would help. It'll
We
help
don't
you
kink
aim.
shame here.
We do not.
Our bedroom is beautiful.
His whole faceplate comes off. Think of the possibilities.
Nobody puts Burke in a corner.
Oh, can this be canon? Can this please be canon? I love this. Oh God! All right. So, what are y'all up to?
God,
So
how do you follow
stars-
up with that?
I don't know.
Oh,
I don't want to, so I'm putting that on you guys.
DM says I wash my hands of this nonsense.
Right. And back away.
I said that's an incredible scene, and I do not want to follow that up either.
So Star's doing a lot of the same stuff with the Brotherhood of Progress. He continues drills with them, teachings from Asilo, sparring matches between he and Burke against the group, stealth, navigation. Pretty much just continues over the next 2 weeks, passing on this information.
Great.
While that probably takes somewhere around 12-ish hours of his day. He'll
Mhm.
spend a couple of hours with Kestrel, just kind of watching him use those tools and asking questions.
I do have a question for you, or for Sir Star. The conversation he had with the professor a few weeks ago,
Yep.
has he begun to make any decisions about how he wants to change his life moving forward with that knowledge?
Not particularly.
Okay.
Also, I wasn't quite sure of that time frame either. I was thinking that like we were coming in pretty much right after that, like right
I'm
at the end of that
cool with
last
that.
4 week section. So
I'm
like
cool with that.
that conversation happened at the end of that downtime chunk. So I'm like that probably just happened within the last day or so, right?
That sounds, yeah, I like that. Do you want to cut to Sir Star right after waking up from that conversation?
Yes.
Have anything you want to do?
Yeah. Sir Star jolts awake. A light sweat starting to bead on his forehead. His worry crosses his face, and he darts out of bed, and in his rush, sprinting through his door, might just run into Burke if Burke is standing right outside his door.
Right into his arms. I'm sorry. What? Perfect. That works for me.
But he runs out looking for Burke.
Being that Star is the only person of our group that is actually in town in Rosemark at this point, Burke just waits outside his door, make sure nobody comes for assassinations or whatnot.
I love it. Sir Star just barrels into the back of Burke. And Sir Star is meaty, but Burke is dense and heavy. And he just kind of falls into Burke and starts to climb up his shoulders.
Burke just looks down, just tilting his head, not moving any of the rest of his body.
Oh, God. Sorry, Burke. I've learned so much about myself. I was in quite a rush to find you. I forgot that you might just be standing right outside my door.
It avoids assassins.
I appreciate that. I really do. But my fears have been confirmed. I managed to speak with my god last night.
Like
And he is-
dreams.
Yes. I think? What? I don't know if it's a dream or if he takes my mind somewhere else. I haven't actually quite thought about it. I'm not sure my mind could wrap around it quite so well, but my fears have been confirmed. I am draining life from those around me. But worse yet, I've learned I'm draining their souls.
Huh. Like, fast?
Mm, It works in years, essentially. If I spend about a year around someone, I'll end up draining a year from their soul and adding it to mine. And their soul might be able to recover, but only if I leave.
Only a year?
Yes. It's a lot to some.
Vesper's, what? 30?
Ugh. If that?
Burke
26,
shrugs.
maybe?
As I'm looking at the Twitch stream and it actually says their actual age.
Yes.
That's not good.
Oh boy.
So what now?
Well, it doesn't necessarily hurt them now. It more so drains a year from the longevity of their soul.
Are souls forever?
I don't know. I am one of a kind.
Okay.
Willard
the
is
fix?
toying with dangerous magic. And as such has created an effect in me that isn't magical.
So what's next? We kill Willard?
That is on the list. And it's very high on the list. But not yet. I need to get to Spire. I need to look for the next temple. I need to look for the next artifact from Sepra's champion, and I need to find protection before I enter Naladovi again. Or else the magic there will drain my soul as I feed the next chosen one.
Sure. Lead on.
Did Talon need to go to Spire as well? I was waiting for us all to go together.
Oh. I don't know.
Well, we'll send them ascending a little later. For now, I would actually really appreciate more of your help with the Brotherhood of Progress. You really stumbled into something.
They are doughy.
They are. And young. And still somewhat naive. I worry for them as they leave Rosebark. That
Everyone
we need
dies.
Well, almost everyone?
Burke, he gets this weird look in his eye, and you actually hear him like chortle just a little bit under the armor.
What will your sending say to your friends?
Sending is 25 words, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
All good.
No, wait, give me a minute.
Yeah, we're good. No, we're good.
Okay, cool. It in quick would essentially say
Sure.
to Vesper, who has the other sending stone.
Mhm.
Vesper, I've made great progress with the Brotherhood of Progress, as well as self-discovery. You will need to know that part. Do you both need to go to Spire?
This is like the middle of the night, right? You like woke up from your dream, or the next morning, I guess.
Next morning.
Okay.
But like earlier than Vesper would probably be awake. But I
Probably.
don't know. You're in class.
That's true. I mean, if it's like the crack of dawn, she's probably not up. First class is
Okay.
probably at like
yeah.
8 or 9 a.m. So
No, this is crack of dawn.
you hear like yeah. Spire is on the agenda for us both. Talon and I have things to share too. I'll see if I can get lift from Alenda. And that's 25 words.
Perfect. Okay. So it sounds like you guys might want to do this before the music festival. Is that something that you are looking to do now?
We don't necessarily have to do it now, but we can do like a group check-in now. Where is my sister?
Okay.
Is she in Tyre with us? Schmoozing with Hartford, or is she in Rosebark?
She's she's back at the vineyard, working. Yeah, she's which is not too terribly far out from Tyre, but she does check in somewhat regularly, as she has the ability to do that pretty easily. But most of her days she spent ensuring the growth, cultivation, and I mean it's a lot of work to run a vineyard.
I just find like hummingbirds waiting on the windowsill. Oi. I mean, I'll ask Talon, like, can you send a message to my sister? It sounds like Sister has also had some revelations he needs to share, so maybe we do like a powwow for a weekend, real quick.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
He seemed quite eager to go to Spire. But I know we need to be here in 2 weeks, so
We-
we may want to wait.
We do, and
Maybe not.
we need to have that conversation with Lord Hartford also.
Yes. Yes.
Could we potentially
do
do
that?
that here?
Yeah, you can invite him here.
And
She looks around.
no,
It's not
and-
too messy.
Yeah, but remember the place that we have here?
Oh, yes. Yes, I do. We need to make sure Lara hasn't gone on a rampage.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Does that
Yeah.
sound fair if for an ask?
No, I mean, he can know about that. He's presumably some ranking of Black Doves, so he may. It's just a storeroom as far as he knows, but it might not be a good secret anymore, you know?
Right. That's why I kind of want to go check on it. But I think if we all meet here in Tyre,
Mhm.
go check on it and have that discussion somewhere way away from everyone.
Oh, get my sister to ferry them here. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. That
that
makes sense.
Like a good idea?
Yeah, I mean, she might be a little grumpy if she hates, well, I don't know if she hates being a ferry service. I actually think she likes feeling important, but,
Well, maybe it'll give her a reason to see Lord Hartford.
yeah, exactly. Just hit that, like, right at the end when you're like, hey, Elenda, can you, like, pick up our friends from Tia, or from Rosebach and bring them to Tia so we can have a secret powwow? Also, Harold's been asking after you.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
just, like, right at the end, she'll do anything you want.
Yeah, I think that's actually exactly what I'll say.
Yep.
Literally those words when I do sending.
Amazing.
And trying to kind
she'll
of
know it's me.
mimic Vesper in the tone.
No.
Well, I believe she gets an insight roll for that.
And
No,
Talon
he's got
is
the
like,
actor feat. He spent so much time around me.
oh yeah, it's like, it's Vesper. Not really.
Oh yeah.
I do have the actor feat, and I can, I have advantage on charisma, or performance and deception checks when trying to pass yourself off as a different person. So like,
Yep.
right, and I'm looking at
That's
Vesper kind of giggling with that like, just a little bit of mischief in his eye.
Give me a perform roll with
Sure.
advantage.
Oh, with advantage, oh, that's good.
Oh yeah.
With
So
the
that is 24.
So, not like exactly her voice, right? It's still your voice, but the tone, the cadence, the bit of a sing-songiness is spot on for Vesper, and your voice is maybe a half octave higher. So you get a return back from her. Alan, good to hear from you. How's my sister? And she sounds out of breath. Should be able to pick your friends up this evening. Have quite a bit more to do, and I could take a short break. And if my rooms are available at my estate to spend the night, that would be lovely. That's when you get back.
Okay. So I'd like to point out one little thing about actor.
Yes.
It can mimic the speech of another person or the sounds made by another creature.
Oh, okay. So it sounds like Vesper,
Yeah,
fully. Okay, yeah. So it sounds like Vesper, but because it's sending, she knows it's coming from you.
exactly. That makes sense.
Yep. Yeah. So it's
But
you
it's
and Vesper.
so clear what you're doing.
Yeah.
Which is taking the Mickey out on her little sister.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. It's
Yep.
great. She's like,
Oh.
hell yeah.
And then I go, she said yes. And I cast sending again back to Linda. Like, thank you very much. Sincerely, Lord Hartford is excited to meet with you. We'll see you this evening.
Her response is, Talon, you don't have to button me up that hard, but it does help. See you this evening.
She's lying. She does want you to butter her up that hard.
Yeah, it's like, oh yeah, I figured that.
Yeah. She loves it.
Yeah.
It's okay.
All right.
So they'll be here tonight.
Oh shit, I gotta clean Bernard, can I have your help? As I like go and try to find the butler to help me clean the room,
Yeah.
the bedroom.
Yeah, you see a older human gentleman, very just hair, tufts above his ears, almost completely bald, very white, ramrod straight posture. Yes, Lady Vesper, what can I do to be of service?
My sister's going to be in town this evening, and we're going to need the place to be up to her expectations. I will help you, Bernard, but I would appreciate your assistance in meeting those expectations. And she's like casting a look into the bedroom, like, oh no.
It will be my pleasure, Lady
You work
Vesper.
on the kitchenette
There's
in the living
nothing
room, Bernard.
more
Don't come in here. Don't come in here. Okay.
I'd like to do than spend my day helping you prepare for your sister.
Well, it's a good thing you're paid so well, isn't it, Bernard? And I give him 2
grab
gold.
And he bows. Of course, my lady. I shall fetch the bucket and mop. Yep. And that's his day. And you have a class in a few hours.
I'm gonna see if I can go meet with Lord Hartford.
Yeah, let him know that she's coming and,
Yeah.
gauge the situation.
Yeah.
Because if we could make that happen, that's so much off everyone's plate.
I agree.
Okay, great.
I'll see you
Maybe
later.
late for class. Yeah.
Have a good day, class.
Mm-hmm. She gives him a big old kiss, grabs her bag, and runs out the door. Anime girl, piece of toast.
One shoe, hair and pigtails. All right. Not really. I'm going over hard on the anime.
You imagine Vesper in pigtails? She'd be like,
No,
what the fuck?
I pictured it and I said it out loud. And I'm like, that's wrong. That's so wrong. There's no way.
She's a messy bun kind of girl on these
Yeah, that
days.
sounds.
You know?
Yeah, that sounds right. Yeah, too much anime, not enough Vesper. All right.
She would not get caught dead in sweatpants.
Probably not. All right, Talon, you have a little bit of time. Gonna go speak with Lord Hartford.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to if he's home.
All right. Yeah, I mean.
Do you want to, just in interest of equity, jump back over to the other group for
I
anything?
think that's a great
Yeah.
idea.
I was like, maybe
Sounds
we
good.
should at least check in with Burke.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we've got
Burke.
Burke stuff. You guys have your whole day before Alinda
Yeah.
stops by also, so.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Let's do that. Appreciate it, Ali. Yeah, Ian.
Hello.
Hi. How you doing? How's your day
I'm
been?
doing okay. My ankle hurts.
I'm so sorry to hear that. How's Burke doing?
Burke's ankle does not hurt.
Oh, that's good.
Be
Good for him.
Burke.
Yeah. Be Burke. Be better.
Burke feels no pain.
Burke feel no pain. Awesome. Yeah. What is Burke up to?
So we went over the generalities of it last time, but if we're going to continue that, Burke has fallen into a routine of training and hanging out with Kestrel and Star as they figure out their foraging stuff. And yeah, I feel like even though he's silent most of the time, he is starting to spend a lot of time just hanging out with Star.
I'm going to make a bit of a suggestion, or Burke is no longer silent that often. Burke now has overlapping metallic plating all over his body due to Kestrel's assistance. It is that same shimmering Damascus rainbowy flowing metal in layered sheets over both his chest, even a gorget around his neck, and full plate armoring. So you are
Burke
much
get
more
tricked
loud.
out?
Burke did get tricked out.
Hell yeah.
Woo!
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You'll recognize his face, but he looks like he has gained a little weight.
Iridescent man.
Iridescent, beautiful man.
I mean, to be fair, he's always had disadvantage on stealth, so it's not like
Nothing's
it's-
changing. Your AC's just better. Win-win.
Yep.
110%. So yeah, so you are a bit louder, or maybe different louder. How's that? Or of a
Oh,
jink, 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 jink.
He's
Sure.
too shiny. He looks like a gem. This is going to be a problem.
Wrong
So
campaign. I was like,
shiny.
the small cat will throw him. Nope, wrong campaign. Never mind. Beautiful. All right. So, yeah, you are following along with Kestrel doing your day-to-days. You guys have had a number of conversations about purposes. Kestrel's daily will be pestering you at least once a day, asking about Bassinet, trying to get more information out of you, trying to help you remember. Why don't you give me a history roll with disadvantage, please?
Sure. Let's see, that's either a 12 or a 13. 12 total.
Cool. Okay. Your recollection of finding Bassinet in the past future, or is it the future past? Hard to know. Time is weird. It still eludes you when you found her. But what you do recall is memories of the two of you traveling together on the road. And a similar conversation where she is asking about Kestrel and the last time you had seen him. You recall... You know what? You want to just run that scene?
Sure. How many words do I get?
Is this Ian talking to himself as Bassinet and as?
Oh, that's true.
Cliff?
Ian did play Bassinet. I was going to play Bassinet for you, Ian. But if you want to just do this whole thing, I can go get some food and a drink, and I'll let you just, let me know when you're done.
No, thank you. Bassinet has been relegated to NPC status as far as I'm concerned.
Same. I mean, I'm here for some Ian on Ian roleplay. That sounds way better than I meant it. Hell yeah. So, the two of you are walking along the road. Yeah,
but also, Ian, as a player, does not know what the fuck happened to Bassinet, too, so that would be a real awkward roleplay.
That's
fair.
That's the real crux of the issue,
Yep.
but I was seeing what I could get out of it.
I mean, no, commend you for trying, because I'm also on board with this plan. At one point, we're going to get Ian to roleplay with himself. This is going to happen. So, a memory comes back to you of the two of you walking down a road. You pass by a ruin, and not an ancient one. A small town, several houses that have been reduced to stone rubble. Roofs that have been caved in. There are no bodies. It's been far too many years for that. If there were, they would have been reclaimed by local wildlife. Or given a proper burial, if there was someone left to do so. But clearly this town is no more, and has not been for some time. As you walk past it, you feel a sense of satisfaction of a well-done job.
Give
Your turn.
Bassinet a small, dainty high five.
She returns it. Commander, my husband. I know you said we will find him, but he is not. I've not heard a thing in at least the last 15 years. What aren't you telling me? Yep.
Sorry, did we establish how many words I have to work with?
Oh, no, we didn't. You know what? In this instance, full speech.
Okay.
Burke has full ability to speak in full sentences, which may throw you off more than 3-word sentences.
Oh yeah, definitely. Mostly because that's in a time period where I haven't a fucking clue what's gone on.
Mm-hmm.
But okay.
Well, if you make it up, it's canon, so be careful.
Yep. We have nothing but time. We'll find him.
Well, yes, we have time, but I'd prefer to spend it more with him than without.
I
We
get that.
have-
I do.
There's no more battles left to fight. The war's over. We should be focusing on finding our brothers. Not... Are you sure something's going... You find something here? Near Rook?
I don't know. But I think that I trust you. I trust your maps. I trust everything that's led us here. We'll find Kestrel.
I do miss... before. It wasn't all bad.
We could always start another war.
That's not the part I miss, General, but... There was a satisfaction, and a job well done.
Burke nods and turns and starts walking into town.
Into the ruined town?
Yep.
General, where are you going?
There'll be records, maybe. See if they have statues or something.
Right. You get a bit of flash of memory. You recall where you're going. You have been leading Bassinet to meet with a old cohort of yours and hers. But you haven't told her. All right. Following, General. What should we look for?
Well, my figuring is that there's always going to be records. There's always going to be sightings of Warforged no matter where we go. And as the years go on, they're getting to be less and less, but, we are strong and capable, end up being folk heroes and whatnot if we've survived the blast. So, we should find that. And if not, we just keep moving.
Okay. And you recall you guys searching through another fruitless search. No other mentions of Warforge. And as your memory kind of fades out, as you enter the land of Junifer, close to your destination.
Are these are these places that I should actually be writing down because theoretically they have the same names nowadays, or
Yeah, they do.
heck, okay.
Nah.
Junifer, okay.
The fur is with PH. It's on the map. It's the like peach-colored area of the map.
The map that can be found on our website. That is very helpful.
Yeah. Wait, I posted on the website? No,
I don't know.
I have not.
I feel like it should be.
Yeah, it's forwarded onto Instagram to be posted there. It's on the website, but it should be. I'm updating that, right now. Not like now during the game, but I am updating that.
What a good break project you've made for yourself.
Oh, good. 15 minutes, rapidly throw up a website. Throw up a picture on website.
Up on the website. Maybe just stick it on Insta or Twitter.
Yeah, just Instagram. For those of you listening, I'll pop it on Insta during our break.
Because you could absolutely zoom in on Instagram. That's a thing they let you do.
You know what? That's why it's a great tool. All right. So you get that recollection, a little bit of a hint of where your old friend might be located. And yeah.
As per usual Burke protocol, he does not say anything about that unless it's useful.
I swear to God, if Burke just shared his knowledge, the war would be over.
Mm.
For whatever side wanted it. Like, it's fine. Burke has all the information hidden there somewhere.
Yeah,
Hysterical
just
to me.
crack them open and you'll find a lot of shit in there.
Yup. Yes, you
Are
will.
we too nice to Burke? Is that the problem?
That's one of the problems. Yeah.
No, you're not letting Burke do war.
That's actually the problem. I gotta
Burke
point
should
him
end
at
all
some
the-
vampires and say, "Go, buddy, go."
Then all
We
the
are
information
letting
is
you
useful.
Yep. I mean, it's not an inelegant solution. Dangerous. All right. So, Nathaniel, then you do get a sending that you'll be picked up today, I believe. You and Burke.
Okay.
Okay.
I assume that gives me time and a place and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. I mean,
Response is
technically,
just oh, go ahead.
technically, the city's a tree. So, transportation via plants, with some permission and finagling from Verona, allows Elenda to meet you at the obelisk at the center of town.
Cool.
So that's super convenient.
Yeah, the response is a simple copy. We'll be there.
Okay. The evening comes about, and the obelisk opens up. You see a pristinely presented and periwinkle pink. The
Periwinkle is the shade of blue.
You know what? I'm trying to do lots of P's, and you know what? Periwinkle's now a shade of pink in my world.
Pastel.
Oh, damn it! Pastel
Purplish.
pink. Purplish.
Purplish
Fuck.
also good. Yep.
You know, I give up. I'm bad at colors. My sister would be
Pinky
ashamed.
Winkle.
Pinky, Linky, Winky, old. That's fine. Showing up
broke 'em.
is Alinda. She arrives and waves at the two of you.
Hello, Linda. Thank you for coming to pick us up.
You know, well, let's get a move on. You can see that her face is painted, and she is wearing a few pieces of ornate jewelry on her hands around her neck. Well, let's get a. Well, mustn't daddle. And then she, closes the opening in the obelisk in the center of town and reopens a new one. Shall we? And she kind of gestures gallantly ahead of her to this opening in the plants.
Thank you. And Sir Star leads Shadow through.
Great.
Oh, actually, wait.
Oh,
Before he goes through, he
Yes.
would look back at Burke and say, Burke, should I bring the Brotherhood? Is this a good learning excursion for them?
Politics?
I might send them to some of my contacts in the lower city. Actually, I should bring them.
Okay. So, oak, eucalyptus, red, cedar, and I'm almost doing all of them from memory. There's one more. Pine.
These are the names of the men.
Yes.
Okay.
Also trees.
What a
these are-
ride I just went on.
These are all the code names set up
Okay.
for Brotherhood.
Yep.
That's very cool.
They're all named after a type of wood.
Yep.
You harvesting? What's happening right now?
Amazing.
I am harvesting their souls.
Oh, well, technically
True.
dark. Jesus.
I just
Okay.
sucked 1 year of your life away.
Only one. Yeah, they all join you. And heading into Tyre. I guess that would be now 8 of you arrive in the gardens on the outskirts of the Tyrian, of the Kiani estates, which is where the small apartments of House Delath are located.
Smash
while.
cut, reel back in time.
Yep.
to Talon's conversation with Hartford during the
Oh
day?
yeah, let's smash cut to that. Yeah, this is me knowing exactly what we're doing all the time.
The vision of them stepping into the white void of the tree, and then we fade back to, like 5 hours earlier or whatever. Not to interrupt you, Ian. Sorry.
All right, cool. Talon, you go
Yeah.
to see Lord Hartford. He is not terribly far away if you are in Vesper's Estates. He's in the neighboring district over, just one bridge across to the north.
Okay.
You head north and are able to head to his estates in the Tyrian district.
Okay. Yeah.
Cool.
I head there.
Great. You arrive. A small, elderly Hofflin, opens the door and says, Master Talon, welcome back. Would you have a meeting with the Lord
I
this
don't.
afternoon?"
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't have one set up. I didn't know if he would be available today, preferably before evening, maybe a lunch.
Well, stop letting the warm out and come on in and have a seat.
Thank you.
I'll go see if he has time. And she kind of, she has a slight limp, so leans on her cane, heads out, and help yourself to any cookies. And there is a small plate of cookies near the foyer.
Oh,
And she
thank you.
limps off to see if Lord Hartford is free. Comes back about 15 minutes later. He said he could see you in another hour. So
That's fine.
feel free to play music while I clean. And she
You've got it.
and she goes about cleaning the foyer of the estate, sticking not too far away from Talon's music. So she does end up cleaning the large dining room table a couple times over. It's making it so the wood has a mirror sheen to it.
Ah.
And after about an hour, Lord Hartford walks in and sees you playing music.
Yeah.
Talon, good to see you, boy. What brings you here?
A bit of more of the discussion that we had the other night.
He kind of, gives you an eye. All right. Shall we walk and talk then?
Yes, thank you.
I could use a bit of a walk. And he motions the door outside and begins taking you on a bit of a circuitous journey around the city, seemingly making lefts and rights at random intervals.
I'll just play music while we're walking. Like, it doesn't need to be a brisk walk necessarily.
Sure. You arrive at a very large hedge maze. I guess it was not so random after all. And he leads you in, and we should be able to talk relatively safely here.
Sure.
What is it you want to discuss?
Well, my allies are coming in this evening, and we're going to check out an old acquisition of ours. Really,
Raise an eyebrow at you.
it's a place that we acquired for the. He just kind of like flicks on the black feather. But really, more importantly, I wanted to let you know that Lady Malinda De La Rocha is coming into town as well.
Very good. Does my hair look okay? He kind of leans down towards you.
My lord, you look fine. You look wonderful. Always noble and regal.
Talon? Real talk. How do I look?
Well,
What time is
part
she
your
coming
hair
in?
like
I
this.
should-
I'm like, part your hair like this right there. Make it a little messy. Yeah, that sounds good. Don't wear any of that makeup.
And well, I guess I have a little time. Does she get in soon? Do I have a little time? I should.
Oh, you have
I
time.
should take a
It'll be
bath.
this evening. Maybe a little like around your eyes though, like right, like just make your eyes pop a little. Makes you look a little mysterious. At least I learned that when I'm on stage. It seems to do the charm. But act natural. I think that she's very nice, very direct.
And half my age, boy. This is a bit awkward, but I must make a good impression, right?
Yes, my lord. I can tell you, I'm not great at love, but I do know when a man looks good. And he says that and nods his head like he's like, I just said the most badass thing, and he kind of realizes what he just said too, and he's like, yep, I just said that.
Okay. A little eye makeup around the eyes. I can see if I can see to that.
Just a little. I mean, if you need help, I can help you.
I think I'm going to take a bath first.
That's probably a good plan.
Yeah. Anything else? And he kind of motions to your black feather.
Oh, no, not for that.
Oh.
This was much more of a... I literally thought we were going to walk and have a nice conversation.
Oh, well. It seems a bit chilly out, but I don't see a reason why we could cut the walk short. Certainly. What's on your mind?
Well, I did talk, your offer. And as it is a unexpected, gracious, a brilliant tactical move. But my heart belongs to another. And she's also nobility, though that's not what matters to me. And perhaps there are... I don't know the right thing to do here, my lord. I feel that telling you no is probably a poor tactical move, but at the same time, I would hate to do your daughter a disservice. I don't know her, and I would not want to be married to someone when I love someone else deeply. And forgive me. Yeah, sorry.
I appreciate your candor, boy. And if you are asking for advice on what it means to be among the members of nobility, it often means that we have fewer choices than those of more common birth. What rarely, if ever, do we get the luxury of having a marriage that is spurred by the heart rather than by convenience, alliances, political. I am very happy that you have found someone who you feel you would like to spend your life with. But, he nods again to your feather, what you are trying to do, happiness will not assist. If you want the best case for this to succeed, would benefit you to seriously consider the additional influence you will have as my son. I do not believe you love my daughter. You have never met. And Raylan, she can be strong-willed. But she likely will not live 2 more winters. And it is important that my line does not die. There are very few reasonable heirs within House Tyre to continue the kingdom. And I'm very much afraid that a civil war now would mark the end of not only Tyre, but everything east of Nocturna. You said you've seen the future yourself. Love is a wonderful thing, boy. But what we're fighting for is more.
Now
I'm
would
sorry. Yeah, go ahead, Ian.
Now would be a great time to find out that Burke is nobility.
Everybody's nobility.
Can
And you're a
Burke
noble?
get an heir on somebody? That's going to be the legitimate question if Burke is nobility.
I mean, I guess kinda.
Deep lore. Dungeons and
I-
Dragons.
Yeah.
Don't unpack that now. Continue.
No. We're good. As distasteful as this is to say, it is not uncommon for lords to take a mistress.
Yeah. Okay. I don't...
I do wish we lived in easier times.
I understand. I do understand that. I think...
I will not coerce you. I just want you to know the truth as I see it.
Oh, I understand you are giving me the best tactical advice possible. I completely understand that, my lord. And I can clearly see this is the case. There are things outside of the Tyre courts that we owe.
Is it something I need be concerned of? Does this affect what we are trying to accomplish?
It might if we don't pay our debt to the Fae.
He sighs deeply, which I can just do auditorily. I don't have to explain it. Oh. Which one?
The Winter Queen.
Oh, fuck.
Yes. However, there is a tiny glimmer of... Not even a tiny glimmer. There is a prospect of that can come out of this. And that is having someone at the Winter Court to ally with. And I... have a way with the Fae.
Lad, be very careful when making deals with fairies.
You're not the first person to tell me this.
Well, I hope it will sink in. Very rarely is a deal made that does not benefit them far more than us.
Possibly true, but I would rather benefit the Fae than vampires. And they don't get along, as far as I can tell, at all.
I've not heard this.
Well, I have a story for you, my lord. And on our walk back, I will kind of sing some songs of, like, very, not necessarily specifically of Fae and vampires, right, but of the Fae.
Sure.
The stories of them. And the thing about them is that they are creatures of life, antithetical to the undead in ways. Not that they wouldn't necessarily have
Talon, give me a
feelings.
history roll.
Great.
We do know a little bit about this from way the fuck back when, also, if you fail this roll, because there's information you'd already have.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Let me look. What is my history? Oh, that's not terrible. 15.
Okay. From what you know, the Fae are the physical manifestation of the seasons.
Mm-hmm.
And while it is true that the Summer Fae are equated with life and growth and renewal, the Winter Court is associated with the other side of that coin.
Mm-hmm.
As the season begins to turn cold and most things die, it is a cruel time in the natural world where it's much harder to survive.
Mm-hmm.
Not to say that they are super tight with the undead, but it would be a far cry to say that they are, especially the Winter Court, are associated very closely with life.
I was thinking more the cycle, but yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
The thing that we know, and you can correct us if this is wrong, Jay, because this is from
Sure.
3 years ago.
Yep.
When we first visited the Feywild, you got told a little bit.
Mhm.
And the important thing is all Fey are generally guardians of nature and the balance of nature. And my note
Correct.
in all caps is vampires are not natural.
Correct.
That is a much better argument. Yep. That is still correct.
And that's where I'm kind of leading him
Yeah.
in these stories that I'm singing, right?
Mhm.
Even if they're Seelie, Unseelie, neither of those, right? Just wild Fae, normal Fae.
Yep.
It is all how they are connected to nature. And letting it kind of sink in that the vampires are not. And by the time we get back,
Mhm.
he's heard a few songs.
Sure.
He can make up his own mind. And all I say to him
Give
is...
me a persuasion roll as well, please.
Sure.
Actually, performance. Performance first, because that
Okay.
will determine whether you get advantage or not.
23.
Okay, take advantage on your persuasion roll.
Okay. Oh, that's good. And I had advantage. Oh, that's much better. How about a 30 persuasion?
Advantage is great, isn't it?
It is. It's really nice. It was
Yeah,
a 9 or
cool.
a 17. I'll take the 17.
Yeah, 17 real good. Yeah, real good. All right, cool. Yeah, he looks very thoughtful as you walk back. And he says, well, in for a copper. Careful, lad.
I will, my lord. And I would not wish to drag your family into that either. But
Lad, if you're my vassal, there is every right for anybody who has a conflict with me to take it out on you, or a conflict with you to associate it with me.
I suppose that's
As
true.
you wear my colors, as you speak and sing for my house, any bargain you make further under my colors can indebt my house. And I do not want to go into another bargain with a winter fae. Costs too much.
Huh. I see.
He just kind of stares off into the gardens and doesn't say anything for a long time.
I see. Well, let me talk with my allies about the tactics of the situation again. But we have a plan.
And I, very hopefully, have a pleasant evening ahead.
I do hope so.
I reek of too many hours of work. I am going to go fix that. Thank you for your songs and your stories.
Yeah, of course, my lord.
Good day, Talon.
Good day.
And he walks back off to his estates.
Okay. We'll head
I
back.
think this is a great time
this
for us as the players to take a short rest. We can check out on Vesper in just a minute.
And so you learned that trigonometry is the square root of some nonsense. 'Cause I haven't taken math since high school.
Again, it's a boring lecture. I'm picturing
She keeps
Ben
sneezing.
Stein. Is it Ben Stein?
Yeah. Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Yep.
Bueller.
The very, very just, beautiful. All right, y'all. Well, we will see you after a short rest, about 15 minutes, and see you soon. Bye-bye. I do. And do you mind if I put our... Yeah. No, absolutely. Oh, and something really exciting that I totally should say is that our very own Talon's, remote controller, Peercy, is launching his second RPG Kickstarter. Peercy, you want to take it away and tell us a little bit about that? And what's going on?
Sure. It's called The Real Thing RPG. The next installments are Angel Dust and King for Day. You can find it. It just went live on BackerKit. In the break, there'll be a little QR code you can scan to go there and tell you about it. It is a role-playing game set in Powered by the Apocalypse system, and it is, we're working with the band Faith No More to create the content. So if you guys know who that is, go check them out, and go check out the BackerKit, see if there's anything you like there.
And I can say, someone who played just the first one, it's a lot of fun. Great writing and some good, fun lore. I'm excited to see this one because I actually know nothing about this one, so I'm excited when I finally get my copy. So, we will see you after a short rest. Go back through BackerKit, the new Faith No More project. Faith No More once again.
Real Thing RPG.
That one, yeah, do that. And I'm gonna go run and do another thing. See you guys in about 15 minutes.
Cheers.
Bye. Bye-bye. Good evening, mortals and monsters, and welcome back. I thrilled to have you back with us, but before we get started, just wanted to say once again thank you to Jackie. Jackie, we love you!
Woo, Jackie!
Our patron, Jackie. If you want to be
Singular.
singular patron, if you wanted
You
to
could
get some
change that.
love, you could. All of you could. Give us money, and we will love you to the ends of the earth and back again.
And we can do way cooler things.
We have them in the wings, and I'm excited. Anyways, if you're interested in becoming a patron, you can look at links below or underneath my face. I've got the QR codes that are moving around. But that brings us back to what's going on in story. And Talon, so you had said something about something right before we left?
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, do you remember what it was? Something about Vesper?
Um,
Daddy loves her.
Ooh.
yeah,
Ew.
basically.
Ooh, I was definitely fangirling out when you guys dropped the I love you bombs. I'm allowed to fan out. I've been waiting for this for years.
Has been.
Years. Good.
Has been.
Since like the third session we played.
Yeah,
something like
yeah,
that.
yeah. It's been, oh god, like 3 years now. Anyways,
Yeah, he just said he's going to go back to, after meeting with Lord Hartford, just go back and wait for Vesper and wait for everybody else to get, I mean,
Great.
it's like tonight, but yeah.
yeah. Well, Vesper's got class to do and studying
Right.
to do, and gotta be awesome. So we can fast forward to tonight, when the thing that I alluded to happens. Lady Alenda arrives in the gardens of the Kianian States. Kianian? Yeah, I think that's right. Kianian Estates. And heads towards the Delaith's apartments. She is leading the way, trailing Burke, Sir Star, and 5 individuals in some rudimentary adventuring clothing, looking around kind of wide-eyed and kind of taking in all the sights.
It's
And
me. I am there.
It's me. I am here. And yeah, Vesper, Talon, you're both there, knowing what time they were going to arrive.
Mm-hmm.
Bands back together, baby.
Woo!
Bert goes in for hugs.
Whoa. What? Whoa. Okay. Well, goddamn.
Vesper is so happy. She gives Berg the biggest, and because of that stupid belt, she actually gets to squish him enough that he feels it a little, like the actual squish.
I was surprised she didn't pick him up and swim him around.
No,
with
he
the
didn't
armor.
like that. She's not going to do it in front of other people. He made it very clear he was not into that.
I love caveat. Yeah, Burke, you hear a slight creaking of your new full plate armor.
Berg, you look amazing.
Mm,
Great,
What
buddy.
happened?
Kestrel
in a-
did work.
Oh,
Wow.
of course.
Look at that. This color suits you.
He's
It
wonderful.
does.
Yeah. She'll give Sir Star a hug also.
When she returns graciously.
Vespi, where's mine?
Wait, you're behind them. She, like, absolutely, to use everybody's favorite aughts internet term, glomps onto
Yep.
her sister
Yep.
and, like, gives her, like, a big, wet, smacking kiss on the cheek.
That's never mind. I take it back. I don't want the hug. Oh.
Yes, you do.
Yes, but now, and you're now like covered in makeup on
Yeah.
your cheeks, so it's definitely like. Now I have to use
Prestidigitation.
Thank you, but I think I have to put some more
It
makeup.
pays to have friends around. No, you
Like-
look fine.
You look just
promise.
fine.
Yep.
Thank you, Talon.
You're welcome,
you,
he
Ves-
says in Vesper's voice.
Oh, you see her shiver a little bit. Please don't do that. That's
Creepy. How do you
uh,
do that?
I do not love that.
It was really useful when you were doing it for other people, and now I feel weird about it in a fun way.
Anyways, I believe I am being awaited. Vespi, can we catch up? Couple hours, hopefully, maybe.
the apartments. I mean, it's ready for you if you need it, but if
When-
you don't, just let me know.
Yeah, tonight or possibly tomorrow. There's much to discuss.
I've been staying there, so if you're not, just let me know, because then I can go from the couch to the bed.
Certainly. Of course. I will give you a sending.
Send me a bird.
I can do that.
Send it.
And she heads
Wait,
off.
come here.
No, yeah.
Hold on. I'm sorry. And like she turns it around and like gently fixes her lipstick, like ever so slightly. Okay, now you good. Gives her a smack on the butt. Go.
She kind of jolts and looks at you. Gives you like that crisp eyebrow, rolls her eyes, and starts heading north across the bridge. Band's back together.
Well,
Drama.
this wasn't part of the plan, but all right, walk and talk. Actually come into my apartment. I don't know if it will fit everyone comfortably, but it's private, so.
Should we go to the really private place?
Oh my god, I totally fucking forgot. Yeah, no, let's go there. There's so much space there.
Oh, I was really hoping to have the
To cram
butler.
like 10 people
Yep.
and the butler. Yep.
Having guests, Lady Vesper. Okay, so instead you can go ahead into the education district, which is basically like you walk by your secret hideout every day, on the way to class.
I've probably like checked on the upper floor at some point.
Yeah,
You know,
just a little storage container of the delayed stuff. Maybe you grab a quick afternoon nip, in case the class is very hard or too easy. One of the two.
they won't miss this. Next.
And you all, what was that going to be? 5 + 4, so all 9 of you. Then,
Nope. Sir Star would drop his brotherhood off somewhere along the way.
Okay, where would
They're not
you
ready.
like to
They're
send
not
them?
ready for the hideout.
Okay, sure.
Wherever timing works, like he already has like contacts in town that he set up years ago and wants
Sure.
to set the brotherhood up with like his contacts. So I don't know if it might just be better to do that before we go
Yeah.
to the hideout. Cool.
Certainly.
Okay.
Okay. I mean,
Swatting.
you want more of the shadier people in the city, yeah?
I have specific connects that I've
do.
actually sent you when we
Yeah.
actually started this campaign.
Yes, I know. Forgive me. It's been
Eons
about 3 years.
Mhm,
But if I recall correctly, you did have some seedy under people.
Yes.
That was what I recall. You'll have to remind me. I'm so sorry. I don't have that note in front of me right now.
No, you're good. So essentially, I'll be like I'll be using Nightshade,
Okay.
who is part of like I don't know what the Thieves Guild is of Tyre. We never actually got into that.
Right.
But whatever that organization would be for Tyre. Willem is the contact in the Church of Asilo, so a couple people are going to him. And then Grondor is just like a muscle dude, strong arm in taverns, and is part of just a bare knuckle fighting ring.
Right. Okay. Great. And so you are sending them off to places that they have shown some promise to work with others that you know are more specialized than you are in each of these facets of, I guess, different skill sets, different experience.
That is accurate.
Perfect. Great. They
Set them up. I'd probably spend like the next 2 weeks there, honestly.
yeah, that works great for me. It makes a lot of sense.
Cool.
They were able to get some real world experience.
They're all
the ones
split
that
up in pairs.
sounds good. The ones that are more roguish inclined are taught to steal. The very paladin-like of you to teach, to get your followers to steal stuff. But you're not a typical paladin,
Exactly.
which I
Paladins
love.
come in all alignments these days, boss.
Oh, that's true.
That's right. That's right.
No longer are they the policemen of old. Excellent. Yeah. So you are able to drop them off. Do you want to do any RP on these sessions, or do you want to story through it?
I'm fine either way, actually.
All right. Flip a coin. Roll a die.
Oh, sure.
High we RP. Low we story through.
It's we're going to try that again. That is obviously high. Okay, cool.
Okay, cool. So you have a number of different contacts that you can go speak with. Let's pick one in particular. You have
right.
a religious contact. You have one that's kind of more of seedy underbelly with roguish. And pick which one you are most interested in kind of interacting with, and we'll go from there.
Honestly, I am like pretty equally interested in all of them. So it's up to
Great.
you as the person who's going to be playing that other part. You've got Grondor,
Sure.
your muscle dude. You've got Nightshade out of the Thieves Guild, or Willem if you want to play someone out of the Church of Vasilo.
I like the tough.
Nah, I figured you would.
The Grondor, the tough. All right. So you arrive into Tyre, and before, as you need a moment before you head to the education district, you're going to head to one of the slummier parts of town. In the southern part of Tyre City, there's a district that is dirtier than most. Crimes are rampant. The City Watch doesn't spend much time here, and the ones that do are all on the take. You lead. Which two members are going to Grandor?
That's going to be Pine and Cedar.
Cool. So Pine and Cedar are led in towards them. Nathaniel, have Sir Stark give me a dexterity roll, please. Straight dex. Or do you have sleight of hand?
I am not trained in sleight of hand.
Okay, all good. Straight dex will be great.
Okay. That is a 17.
Excellent. So as you are walking along the busy streets with your two proteges in tow, you feel a bump on your hip as a small and dirty boy tries to brush past you. Being as this is not your first time in these parts, your hand quickly grabs down and snatches his arm as your purse has been lifted from your person. Small knife in his hand and your purse held in his other. He kind of looks at you, eyes wide.
The choice is yours, boy. Choose wisely.
He drops the purse and tries to pull out of your grip.
Grabs the purse and lets him go.
Okay. And then he scurries off into the crowd. Pine and Cedar kind of look around. Little vermin. What they do taking it? They're trying to steal from you. They...
just coin. He's just trying to get by. I was there for many years. Doesn't mean I'll just give him my purse, though. As I mentioned, this is going to be a seedy area, so keep your valuables close, but don't be obvious.
One of them, Cedar, takes his coin purse and actually puts it down his own pants, so it's not hanging on his belt. Still looped to the belt, but on the interior of his pants versus the outer. And Pine takes his purse off his belt and holds it in his cloak and pulls his cloak around him, so you can't really see what his hands are doing. And the three of you head deeper into a old warehouse. Long ago, it was used as a area to build furniture for the more humble members of society here in Tyre. But that was a long time ago. The tables and workbenches have all been removed, and the only thing that's left that gives you any sense that this was once a place of work is a metal tract along the ceiling. presumably where heavier pieces of equipment were carted from one side of the room to the other. The only thing in this room, besides the dozens of shouting voices and the aroma thick with sweat and blood, are 4 wooden posts placed equal distance to each other in a square with 3 heavy loops of rope around them. In the center of the ring are 2 individuals with knuckles wrapped, exchanging blows. The thick sound of flesh on flesh that makes a small echo in the room. And at the end of the ring, you see your contact. You call that a hit? Aim lower. You hit the kidney. Bring him out. No, not like that again. And he comes in there, pulls the the smaller of the 2 men to the side, and he goes, "Watch closely." And the other man kind of flinches back, and he takes his arm and just lives a hell of a haymaker right into his kidney. The other guy folds to the floor. See, he won't be getting up from that for a while. All right. And he goes, you, center, looks over at Sir Star, kind of nods at you, and continues coaching.
Yeah, he returns the nod and walks over. Hello, Grandor.
What was your name here when you were last here?
Sir Hode.
Yeah.
And the look of the person really is the same.
Okay.
At this point, it was really just a name change and a hiding of a beard.
Sure.
This is Sir Star, looking, just as he did when he was Sir Hode, except for the fact that his beard is now long and flowing and wrapped around his waist.
Okay. And Sir Hode's first name was?
Robert.
That's right. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
He kind of looks over at you.
Sir Star is already smiling, just waiting.
You know it's not fair, right? I barely have any hair left to speak of, and you look like you have an age to die. What do you do, Robert?
I pray to my God.
Maybe
if you'd found divinity, you'd look a little younger.
He kind of spits to the side. Who got time for that? It's money, coin to be made. Anyways, brought some new recruits. These 2 lads want to get in the ring.
They'll need to. They're recruits of mine. I would like to leave them with you for a couple of weeks. I always told you I'd call on a favor. But now that favor is to a person named Sir Star.
Finally changed again, eh? All right.
It was time to revert, I should say. My days of hiding are behind me, Grandor. The time
Nine Hells, is that your real name?
My name is Sir Alan Starr.
Give me an intimidate roll. I'm kind of assuming that you're basically, maybe tell me if I'm misinterpreting, but it sounds like you're making a serious declaration to not just those around you, but to anything that would cause you harm. Am I reading that right?
Kind of yes, kind of no. Maybe not quite that grand, but he's not yelling that for sure.
Sure.
But that was like strong, confident voice of a man who is done hiding.
Give me a straight charisma roll.
Okay. That is an 18.
Well, I'll be a horse, son. All right. Alan. Last name I get to call you then. Kind of gives you a sly grin. I'd say he'd wink, but he only has the one eye, so it makes it more of just kind of a aggressive blink at you.
No promises there, Grandor. Who knows how long I'll live?
If he ages
Maybe I'll
this
drop
way.
dead looking young. Maybe I'll live forever. But the longer I live, the more names I'll have.
So, what you want from these two then? Once to the ringer?
This here is Pine. He's shown some talent in a few different areas over the last few weeks of training. Cedar here has shown less promise, but has shown quite the interest in his rage.
Rage fighter, eh? Fine, we could find some use for him.
Likely for the both of them.
I assume I can make him into proper fighters in a year. Need to get some muscle on him first. How long you want to leave him with me?
For now, 2 weeks. They'll be back to you at some point, but think hard on the time frames you create for the next 2 years. The world is changing quickly around us, and there are many things moving.
Give me a persuasion roll. With advantage.
Oh, I like advantage.
Yeah, this guy's seen you before and knows you to be someone of... You don't spin tails.
And it's a 23.
Okay.
Thank you, advantage. I thought you needed that.
All right. Excellent, excellent. Yeah. And what, Alan, shall we be looking out for?
He takes a half step closer to Grandor.
Mhm.
The war with the vampires will be moving forward. And we have to be prepared to fight for life. If they
Well-
win this war, we will all lose.
He kind of cracks his neck and looks at Cedar and Pine. All right, we are skipping boxing. And he tosses them 2 wooden weapons. Let's see what you can do with these. And he turns to Pine. Oh, and you look like a pansy piece of shit. And he kind of falls back into a fighter stance and see if he can get a rise out of him. Cordons off a small area in the... No, actually, he dismisses the 2 fighters. You, out. Time to get, take a breather, take a watch. See how these 2 work together. And he, unarmed, takes the 2 of them on with their wooden weapons. For an old guy, he still knows his way around a street fight. Is pretty good at being able to utilize open and closed fists to stun for a moment their opponents, and neither of them are able to land a single blow. After about 15 minutes, the 2 of them are panting on the ground. All right, again, get up. And they get back to it.
Good luck, boys. Fight hard and look out for each other.
Yes, sir. Wait, same voice to the guy. Yes, sir. We'll do you proud. And don't look away! And you just clocks him right in the side of the head. And he goes sprawling out of the floor. And he goes, and when you get back, bring some brandy. These lads will need it. And
That I can do.
And they get back to it. And they are in for a brutal couple of weeks.
Yeah, they're probably in for the hardest couple weeks of the 6 of them.
Yeah. Yeah. They are. They definitely are.
Low-key feel a little bad about it, but it's what needs to happen.
I mean, when you need a heavy, you got to train them somehow. So the 2 of them are going to get quite a bit of hands-on training. Would you like to take on any other ones? See where they're following, check on where they're at?
Yes.
All right. Who's next?
Up to you.
All right.
You
We
have Nightshade, and you have Willem.
Okay. Nightshade is your Thieves Guild contact.
Correct.
And Willem is in the
Church of
Holy
Vasilla.
District. Yeah, Church of Vasilla in the Holy District.
Yeah.
Right. Cool. Let's go. Let's get a nice little juxtaposition and head to the church
Yeah.
of Vasilla. Because I feel like going from bare knuckle brawls, in a ring to Thieves Guild is just too close. Let's go right to the church.
I mean, there's no promises that we won't have another fighting ring here.
No, there's not. But at least give you got to keep something in the wings for surprise, right? So as you head, you're with all 6 of them. So the 4 that are still with you, I believe that's Eucalyptus, Red,
Oak,
and Ash. Thank you. Are looking incredibly wide-eyed as they haven't said a damn thing since leaving Cedar and Pine to basically get the shit beat out of them over the next 2 weeks. You hear them whispering behind you a little bit, like, "Oh, is this what we want to be doing?"
Sir Star turns around at that.
Mm-hmm.
This will be hard for all of you. It might be physically harder for the 2 of them, but it will be just as hard for the 4 of you. And this is what's needed to give the 6 of you the highest chance of survival and impacting this war in a positive way.
Be a persuasion roll.
Okay.
I feel like this is one of those in that rousing speech in the morning where you also give them temporary hit points.
Yeah, that would have happened when all 6 of them were together.
Sure, that's why those 2 are still alive. Perfect.
Fair.
It's all right. He's not doing non-lethal damage. But they will be black and blue.
That is better. 17.
Okay.
Inspiration.
You see the 4 of them kind of straighten up a little bit and give you a salute. Yes, sir. All right. We can take a bit of a beating. We can work hard. It's not the...
It'll take a lot more than a beating if you don't work hard.
Yeah. Yes, sir. All right.
There's danger on the horizon, and we need to prepare.
All right. Lead on. Where are we going next?
Hold on. What 2 names did I need? All right. Oak and Ash, I'm going to leave you with Willem.
All right.
He is a colleague of mine in the Church of Vasilla.
You see the 2 of them visibly relax.
You'll each be able to move about your prayers as a paladin, Oak, and as a cleric, Ash. Again, you will be working just as hard. You just might not take as many physical beatings.
Yeah, they seem a little skeptical, but they nod. And the 5
Sir
of you
Star just smiles as he turns around, knowing Willem's background.
Mm-hmm.
And he moves on.
Okay. And the 5 of you head to the Church of Vasilla. You arrive during a time between prayer. There are a number of clergy that are tending to the grounds. There are a man and a woman in robes that are changing out candles in the front of the modest church or holy place building. There's 2 of them that you see. You don't recognize. They seem to be younger acolytes. and your contact is nowhere to be seen.
Yeah, he just goes up to two of the younger looking acolytes with his holy pendant hanging out on his chest, of course, looking
Excellent.
like the symbol of a Silo.
Right.
And he walks up to them and says, hello. Sorry to intrude, but I'm
Oh.
looking for a colleague of mine.
Of course, brother. How may we help you?
His name is Willem.
Oh, yes. One moment. And you see the two of them look a little nervous, and they kind of give each other a look, and one of them kind of... There's some communication between them about, who should we go talk to him? And then there's some unspoken agreement, and, yes, brother, be right back. And heads up the rounding staircase towards the back of the church. 4 or 5 more minutes later, that Willem comes downstairs, his brow covered in sweat, and the clothes that he's wearing, just a light dampness, as if he had just threw on some clothing. That sounds way more sexual than I meant it, but here we are. And
Theme of the night.
yeah, well, you know what? Everybody's getting some. Let's go. And he greets you. Robert, good to see you.
It is good to see you as well, Willem. It has been a long time. Could we move somewhere a bit more private?
Of course. And I'll figure out what voice I'm using for this guy, so we're going to give me a second when we get there. The two of you head into a small vegetable garden that there are a number of acolytes are tilling the earth. And he, says, all right, enough for now. Give me some time to catch up with an old friend. And the acolytes get up very quickly and head inside. Oh, you would have died years ago. No, wrong voice. Oh, I thought you would have died years ago. Where have you been?
I nearly did many times.
Good to see you still kicking. Looking spry as ever.
Thank you. Thank you. I hide no longer. We ran for years, gallivanting around the woods. I guess that's more of what it was for you. I was the one running. But I won't keep running, Willem. It's time to fight. And that goes for all of us. The war is moving to the next stage, and we all need to be ready to defend ourselves against the evil of the vampires.
About bloody time. And you see him kind of crack his neck, and despite that he has a hair that is more salt than pepper, you can see that under his robes he has a pretty toned physique. It appears that this guy is never one to allow him to get soft. What should be having me do then? These two...
I'd like to leave 2 of my recruits with you for the next couple of weeks.
Aye. And what shall
They're
we be teaching them?
part of a group I've put together called the Brotherhood of Progress.
Oi.
Oak here, and Sir Star motions for Oak to step forward.
He does.
He may have some promise to be a paladin. And Ash on this side, he has shown quite the knack for healing. I would ask of you to put them through your intensive training of both body and mind and spirit. You will have more time with them in the future, but I will be back in 2 weeks to check in.
Oi. And how long will we be having these two lads?
To start, 2 weeks. Past
Oh,
that, once I've figured out a few of the next steps, I'll have a better time frame for them.
understood. I can, and he kind of heads inside for a moment, grabs a couple of, monk robes, tosses each of the boys. Your days will be starting at 4 a.m. You'll be going to bed just after midnight. There won't be much sleep here. You will learn to meditate to regain what little energy you will have to you. Your days start now. And he shows out to the garden. I'll be needing you to at all times. Connect with the spirit of that which is greater than ourselves. We will exhaust your body and your mind to allow your spirit to connect better with the gods above. And he begins to kind of go into an oration of Asilo and how to feel Asilo in your everyday tasks and your movements. And he prepares, as running down their schedule between, 4 a.m. and midnight every day. These guys may not be beaten, but they will be probably a lot more exhausted than Pine and Cedar. And he hands each of them a small crystal on a chain as a focal point for their meditation. Goes into a recitation of how to meditate, what it's like, and he turns to you. Oh, Robert, you might want to give me some time here. This will be a couple of hours. I'll be speaking with them. If you want, we can speak later. But if we want to get these... we want to get these two started now. Might as well hit with the basics.
Yes. I will return. Thank you, Willem.
Oi, good seeing you then.
You influence things you don't know.
Well, that is the point, isn't it?
Exactly. Take care. All right, you two, let's go.
And Eucalyptus and what is it?
Red.
Ash left? Oh, red.
Eucalyptus
is
and red.
Yep. The two of them look very wide-eyed at the seemingly easy job of going to the church is with these guys of getting maybe 20 hours of sleep over the next 2 weeks. Maybe. They are going to be two tired lads. And the two of you head over to... Actually, back to the Nobles District. To the Golden Unicorn, one of the nicer inns in the city. And behind the bar stands a man you know very well. Cleaning a glass and speaking jovially. Actually, with one of the council members. The regent, in fact. They are sitting there sharing a drink, and you see your friend kind of clock you as you come in.
And as we clock each other, Sir Star moves over to just like a corner table with his two.
Great. And without missing a beat, their conversation, continues as he comes over, and he gives to ale, food. He kind of looks at you for confirmation, and kind of brings over and just continues the conversation with this councilman for the next 30, 40 minutes until he leaves.
Yeah, Sir Star would just wait patiently until he finishes that conversation, seeing that that's an important person, and he would also, like, how far away is that?
Well, it's
Count
a
that.
pretty large inn, right? So, excuse me, large tavern. So, if you're going to be waiting in one of the corners of the room, and he's at the bar chatting with this elder guy, you'll be probably, I don't know, 35, 40 feet away. It's
Okay.
pretty. It's not that. It's a pretty empty inn at the moment,
Okay.
being as that is the middle of the day, and it is a work day, and there's not a lot of people that. Not all the nobles lounge about, as some might presume. Oh, okay. Is
Yep.
it evening already? It might
Yep.
be evening already.
This is
Could
all
be
when we
wrong.
first got here, right?
Oh, that's right. That's right. My bad.
Yep. Thank you.
It is evening.
I was like,
That's not right. We do a correction. I'm gonna fix that. We go. Be good.
yeah.
Thank you very
So,
much.
so Star would just wait patiently, eating and drinking with
Sure.
Eucalyptus and Red, just
Yeah.
kind of chatting with them.
Great.
As I told you, this will be hard for all of you. And the
Oh,
two of you might just have the most dangerous couple of weeks of them all. Or at least of these 2 weeks for the 6 of you.
Well, okay. Where are we going after this then? Appreciate the meal, but
Nowhere. For now, we wait, and we watch, and we observe, and we glean as much as we can until we can talk to someone specific that I need.
okay. What are we watching for?
Anything. Just relax. Observe the scenery. Spot the things that stand out to you. Look for weird interactions. Or anything that just seems out of place.
This sounds like a good test for them.
Mm-hmm.
I have them make some rolls. Ooh, not good, but that's okay
Meh.
because they're not supposed to be good yet. One of them says, does the Hugh Bombe count? And he kind of like elbows his buddy in the ribs, and they kind of chuckle to themselves. Other one kind of Eucalyptus schools his expression and looks around, and says, that man that the bartender's talking to seems important. Everyone's keeping a distance away and nodding at him. Seems to know everyone.
Well spotted. He is quite important.
Is he who we're meeting?
No, he is just a surprising coincidence.
Okay.
We're here to meet the one he's talking to.
The bartender. He kind of squints at him.
You
Yeah.
should never judge a book by its cover.
Seems so forgettable.
That can be quite the handy skill and talent.
Oh, all right. And so about 20, 30 minutes later, the counselor waves to the bartender and heads out the door. He nods and shakes hands with, seems to be on pretty every damn person that's in here, and heads out. It's getting rather late in the evening. The bartender comes over to you, and it kind of says, well, the three of you be needing a room then. We have an excellent series of desserts. There's a tasting room in the back.
Well, maybe dessert. They might deserve that at least. I'm here to call in a favor.
And His voice drops. Kind of eyes quickly dart around the three of you. All right. Why don't you come back and we talk?
Thank you.
And his voice shifts up to his much different cadence and tone. Bethland, taken 5. Helm is yours. And he tosses a smock that he had over his shoulder in her general vicinity, and she snatches for it and barely is able to grab it. And she goes, "Right, Captain!" And she heads to the bar. And the 4 of you head to the back. Well, you see, we have these lovely dessert tastings. We have these new tarts all the way from the outskirts of the Spirian. What the hell? What the hell are you doing here?
Delightful.
Close the door behind you. And what favor do you be calling in?
It's time for me to stop hiding. And it's time for me to stop running away. I fight now not only for my freedom, but to save all of us in the coming war, which is much sooner than you'd think, Nightshade. I need you to pass your skills on to my 2 recruits.
Persuasion.
This one is red and this one is eucalyptus. I want to leave them with you for 2 weeks while I figure out a few of my next steps.
What's your persuasion roll?
Oh, whoop.
With advantage.
Oh, nice.
Mhm.
Take that. It's much better.
Great.
It is a 21.
Nice. So he kind of looks. He kind of rubs his index finger with his thumb and pointer finger on his other hand. His wrinkled, calloused hands in another. You want me to train these boys in what I know? Let's get started. Hey, you two. The man I was talking to? You're gonna steal all of their rings. You got 2 weeks. If you're caught, you will be killed. Let's not get you caught. Meet me here tonight, midnight. We will start your training then. Say goodbye to Robert here. You may never see him again.
Oh, actually, you can call me Sir Star. Sir Alan Star.
And say goodbye to whoever the bloody hell this guy is this week. He gives you a bit of a roguish grin.
It's good to see you too. And thank you. All right, you two. Listen to what he says. Pay close attention. And do not die. And at that, he turns and walks away.
The 2 of them have their mouths wide open. The important one? But what? And the other, they seem to get the gravity of what they're being asked to do. And he gives them a small sack of gold each. And you hear him say, a small handful of coppers each. And he shows them a quick thing. Practice dancing these through your fingers. I'll see you in 6 hours. Have it done by then. and you see him turn around, open the doors, and the ship's mine again. And he holds out a hand, and that rag smock goes back into it. She bows, Captain, and heads back over to serving tables. And there's a bit of chuckling from everyone else in the bar. And you leave. You've assigned tasks to all of your apprentices. Apprenti.
Sweet. Thank you.
Yeah, of course. That was fun.
He moved off to find the group. Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah.
Finally got to pull up those connects. Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, it's good to have them. It's fun to be able to give them a little bit more time on screen. And Burke, is there anything that you are doing before everyone heads to the base that you've never seen before?
So, for a bit of context, because I don't think Burke has been in here since we started streaming. Burke has only technically been to Tyre. His memories were so bad the last time that he was here. He was basically a walking automaton that was accompanying Kestrel. And Kestrel was my player character at the time. So Burke himself doesn't have a whole, like, he might go chase memories, or that might be something that he would be interested in. But also he is aware that the what are they called? The Councilman of War, the Minister of
the Councilor of War.
Yeah, there we go. Theoretically, will want to take Warforged and take them and make them into Tyrforged at some point.
Yep.
And him accidentally bumping into that guy or anybody that would inform that guy or anything like that alone is he's aware is a bad idea. That and also Burke tends to not go off on his own, like, ever.
Okay.
So he is just going to spend his time, unless somebody like specifically asks him to go away, he will be accompanying Vesper and Talon extremely closely throughout the city. Yep.
All right,
to the point in where conversation is going to be a little bit awkward because they've got a lot to talk about right now.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I'm not sure that we'd want to talk about anything important until we could get everybody there to avoid repeating. So we're probably hanging out for a couple hours.
Getting some ice cream.
Yeah. Catching up. Have you been? Not the important stuff, etc.
Oh, just faffing about.
Yeah, exactly. Faffing. Plapping.
Harming the children.
There was a time when I would have chastised you for that, but after recent events, good job. Well done. I approve.
Excellent. All right, so about an hour or and a half or so later, Sir Star is suddenly beside you. I feel like that's a song.
Every step you take.
Oh, not that song. Oh, God. Because he could be. He's just there.
The song your dog sings when you have a snack.
Oh, no. Nom nom nomus.
Every bite you take.
I'll be watching.
So once we get to the hideout, go inside, pull up some chairs, sit on some tables, stand awkwardly because you're not sure if the tables can take your weight. In one of our cases, probably. I don't think. Well, I don't know how much the rest of y'all want to go through RPing something we've already been through at least twice. Versus
for context for the audience, the party is going to be heading to a secret hideout they've founded before we started streaming. That is underneath the city of Tyre.
Quick jaunt through the sewers, and then
It's an interesting sewer system considering the city is built on a delta. Somehow it also has a sewers because reasons.
They started building a sewer and then went, oh no.
Oh no, it's a river. It's fine.
Well, no, we don't need to do this here. Got it.
Yeah, it's fine. Fine.
Don't swim in the downtown ward. Don't do it.
Don't. It's swimming in the southern part of the delta is gross as fuck. It's bad.
Pink eye everywhere.
Pink eye everywhere.
It probably wouldn't be terrible to describe, like, what it looks like and going down there for him.
Certainly.
And the guardian.
I will.
Right.
Yeah, I was going to get
Did we
there.
need to bring something for that, by the way?
Yeah, just put the black feather in our caps, hairs, whatever.
Yeah.
So below a small office in one of the colleges in the college district of Tyre, you have turned it into a storage facility for Delaith wine. Below that, there is a secret door that will head you below the city into the sewers, and adjacent to that, through another series of hidden and obfuscated tunnels, there is a hideout, the original hideout of the Black Doves, carved out of the wet earth below the city. There is a number of simple rooms and an old associate that you left here. One that is half serpent and half humanoid. What you do not recall is that it's smelling so damn bad.
Isn't Alaemyr is half lion, half woman?
That's what I meant. Lamia. Half lion. Because Lamia, yes. I don't know why my brain went snake.
That's a naga.
That's a naga. No, naga. Yep. Sorry. Half lion and half human. Bottom half. By the name of Lara. Through a discussion that you guys had years ago in real time and months ago in game, through some quite incredible roles of diplomacy and persuasion, you were able to convince her that you would keep her fed and with books aplenty, as she is a bit of a bibliophile. And in doing so, she would guard this place and not bother the citizenry. And allow you and anyone wielding these feathers to pass freely. In-game, in the current time, you have not been here in about 3, maybe 3.5 months.
Turns out when the road expands from a 2-day journey to a 2-week journey, it's a little harder to go back and forth.
Totally. All good. Like, things got out of hand and got out of control. You were shoved into the future by some bastard GM, and it wasn't your fault. But you found yourselves heading down the ladder of a...
Hold on.
Holding.
We gotta get some books for her, right? It's been like 3.5 months. We gotta bring her something so she doesn't tear her limbs
I
off.
was thinking, right? I was like, we needed books or some kind of blood. Or like, okay, yeah.
Some kind of blood sacrifice. Yeah. Let's start with books, and if she wants blood, we'll deal with that. But yeah, we're in the fucking education district. We can find something real quick.
Amazing. Yeah. And you're able to. And, oh, thank you, Allie. There's our old map of the hideouts in our old Shmeppy days before we actually had proper...
Ancient times.
Oh my god, it looks so bad.
I mean, for
in a good way.
Upload Shmeppy, it's pretty good.
It's great. Oh, it's made, like bad good, right? It's just a bunch of color boxes. So
I know. I saw that little leaf token. I was like, oh no.
Oh
buddy.
no, Leaf's here. Oh shit. Oh yeah.
And
these are the before 4 times. Yep.
And the entrance that you spelled wrong and refused to correct.
I lie in my bed when I make it, okay?
It's great.
I swear it's admirable. Yeah, and it is a meandering path of kind of a hollowed out earthen hideout. It has been reinforced with wooden planks to keep it from collapsing, and is relatively sturdy.
We hired some kids to work on it. It was fine.
Yeah, a little child labor here.
Yep.
Little arming the children there. We're
We
consistent.
do right by the kids.
That's exactly. Make sure they're employed and and employed. Beautiful. So the four of you head down. No, sorry. The four of you grab some books from the entertainment district. We'll say you get a saucy romance novel, unless there's something else.
Like
kind of book
a
you want.
fat stack.
Fat stack.
Like 6 or 7 at least.
Sure.
Yeah. This is please don't kill me purchasing.
Yeah. That seems reasonable.
Yeah.
And
Though
get a bunch
she's
of books.
probably far less of a threat now than she was when we were level 3.
Yes, she was a lot scarier back then.
Yes.
I mean, with leveling the way it is, y'all could probably 1v1 her, but that's still a good thing to appease. Let's not find out. Maybe she get lucky. So yeah,
Bad
books
luck.
in tow.
And I
What?
shared that with the audience.
Shared what?
Sweet.
Oh, now they too can see the old map.
Oh yay!
Love it.
Oh yeah. So this is our what was it? Session 4 or 5 or something?
Something like
Pre-stream.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like really early.
Yeah. Love it. Remember when oh right, when Rogers was intimidating.
Yeah,
Right.
this was
Hi.
like summer 2020 for all y'all at home.
So
When we were like, life sucks, want to play D&D?
and it made it better.
Yes, please.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, these are our early mapping. Also, still using Shmeppy. Shmeppy's incredible. It's gotten so much more features. Big shout out to use them. Totally do that.
100%.
Thank you for sharing, Peercy. Yeah.
Yeah,
So, you can give you all some tokens if you want. Move around.
I
here.
don't think we need
it's
tokens.
all right.
We do
unless-
Nope.
yeah.
Okay. Cool. So, this is our very detailed map of the underground sewer
Nothing's
system.
labeled, only the traps.
Oh, the traps are labeled. Okay. That's the
I
important
remember
part.
the gray rooms on the bottom are like reinforced bedrooms. That's all I remember.
Yep. That's. I remember there was a trap that
I think
Rogers.
Lara this is her room. I think it's this one. It
Yeah, that
might be
sounds
this
right.
one. One of these two.
It was one of the ones that you had to go through in order to pass by.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the one that's orange and yellow was like a trapdoor below that Rogers superhero
There's
carried
like
Talon.
this one was like a
Yeah.
secret
Yep.
wall with something behind it. Yeah. This room is like 5 feet down, and I absolutely ate shit there on like one of my first rolls of the game. Yep.
Yep.
Oh, and
Perfect.
So remember that part.
There was a choke point for the zombies here.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Yeah.
You
Oh,
know.
very
Yep.
cool.
Oh, I forgot there were zombies in there.
Here, and then
Hey,
there
you guys
was
had to
like a-
clear it out. And the
Oh, I
one was
forgot
like-
about that.
There's-
Yeah.
There was also a little
was like-
goblin in here that went to a library to get books.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't
we sent
think he
him-
survived.
I don't think so either.
He did not come back with books. Let's leave it at that.
Maybe we can just pick up books from his corpse. Done and done.
Yeah,
Yeah.
easy. All right. Anyways, as the four of you head into this blast from the past, which brings me a lot of like actual joy seeing this from the early stages of this campaign. So thank you for pulling that up, Allie.
You're welcome. I don't know why I didn't delete it. It was just in my archive, and I was like, oh,
Great.
It's here.
It's
The
great to do.
Underplace. It's just called the Underplace. And you head down here, down a ladder, books in tow. Probably some level of trepidation over this individual that was real scary once upon a time. But it absolutely reeks down here. It just smells awful.
Oh. Well,
well.
petunias.
Smells way better.
I am going to. I'm so excited. I am going to point in the direction of Lara's old bedroom, the room she claimed for herself.
Yep.
And I'm going to cast message.
I'm sorry, you're going what now?
I'm going to cast message.
I'm sorry, you're going what now?
I took a cantrip. I'm a wizard now, bitch.
Get it,
See
girl.
her- she twists the signet ring, like her Delayth signet ring on her finger, which is expensive enough to count as an arcane focus.
Very cool.
Yeah. And sort of points in that direction and says, I've learned some things at school, you guys. Lara, are you around? And you can reply to this message.
I remember why I thought she was a snake. Because I gave her a hissing voice.
Lara.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
did.
Yeah, it was very much a lot of like a rolling.
She has a lot of R's in her name.
Yeah. Lara.
Rara.
Lara.
Exactly. Why do we ever say it? Just Nathaniel says it every time.
I mean, Nathaniel, what does she reply? I don't even want to do anything. I just want to hear you talk like that to me from now on. She responds to you. Have you come to bring my dinner? I mean, she's Transylvania now. That's cool.
I like it. I point again and I say, we wanted to know what you want before we bring you food. What is your preference that is easily accessible in a city full of humanoids? We have books for you, though.
Leave books. Humans plenty tasty. Bring that.
Lara, you can't eat people. It's really hard to get people. We can get you beef, pork, venison.
How about a pig?
I can get you a
Lara.
whole pig.
As long as it's meat. Bring me meat.
All right, we gotta go get a whole pig.
Sacrificial.
See, these are... No, wait. Maybe I don't want to bring more child death into this. Never mind.
No, Burke. No. I know where you're going with that. No. A quick,
Terrible.
Benny Hill overture of running up to the butcher,
Right.
paying for as much pig meat as one person could reasonably carry,
Right.
and
But yeah,
then
there's four
coming back
people.
down.
And wait, Vesper, with a strength of 23, you can carry several pigs worth of meat.
Yeah, I can carry up to 500 pounds, but I am still
that's
only
good.
5'4", so it's
Yep.
a logistical thing after a certain point.
You need bags.
Yeah.
Burke
Just-
also has a extra dimensional space that's now working again.
Yep.
Oh my god.
So we
Shove it
could
down.
just...
You
Yeah.
walk into the butcher, ask for a whole pig, and shove it in Burke's maw, and it just disappears.
He was hungry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at
And
him.
then
You think he could, it makes sense. I don't know what to tell you.
the butcher shudders and thanks you for your money.
So we're walking back. Vesper just says, we're going to have to watch you puke that up in a few minutes.
Burke nods.
All right.
Excellent.
Pig obtained.
You can- All right, so you all head into the lair, and you hear a bit of a crunching sound as you once again enter your lair.
What's crunchy?
I look at the floor. Many bones.
Not there. No.
Okay, well. Is it a crunching noise that we're hearing in the distance or our
Yes.
footsteps? Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
distance.
Okay.
We go to Lara.
Mm-hmm.
Lara. All right. Well, Lara is currently chewing on a femur.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. There are some corpses, mostly consumed, around her lair.
My only question.
Yep.
I say to her,
Hmm.
anybody who tasted important?
Important or not, they all taste the same.
Oh, that's a shame. I thought you'd like the ones who you grow up on fatty meats and fresh vegetables. They taste better, but
Oh, that's a good point.
went into you.
Yep.
They didn't have the feather, right?
No. I got hungry, so I went and found something to eat myself.
Talon kind of side looks at everyone like,
Right. So Star's already kind of sidling
we made
over
a bad
to
idea in the
Vesper.
bad. It's bad.
Did we make a bad call? You didn't want to die then.
We're gonna need to set up some kind of scheduled delivery, maybe.
Yeah, we gotta make a recurring order with the butcher just for deliveries, Just leave them. Just toss them in the sewers. I know it's weird.
I'm paying for you to throw this meat away. I'll know
And
if
for you
you
to
don't
keep your
do it.
mouth shut. You will know if you bail on that, frankly.
Oh man, this is a great idea. Pet Lamia.
I don't know.
Don't forget to feed your pet, guys.
I mean, so I've been here like a month. Have there
Yep.
been stories of like students fucking disappearing in this area?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Oh my god. Also, she gives grabby hands for books.
Yep. Hand them over.
Mhm.
Bert,
And
you wanna-
she kind of does a little cat loaf and pulls out the book and starts reading.
Burke horks up a pig.
I'm assuming since it's a butcher, it's not a live pig.
No, not at all.
Yeah, cool.
Not anymore, certainly.
That is a horrible death for a pig, just to be swallowed into a void with no air and just be like, what's a weird day. And the Lamia will then take out with a clawed hand, will rip off a piece of pork flesh and begin chewing on it while she reads.
Yep.
Yup.
All right. Shall we do a inventory of the rest of the place?
Yeah.
And then maybe come back here and deal with it.
Yep.
Yep. All right.
Cool.
Just
As you head out through the base, mostly the way you left it, it is a bit smelly as there is some rotting people, mostly consumed in the base in different places. They all appear to be adult-sized, which is good at the very least.
well, if once we get rid of the evidence, one way or another, the smell should depart. But I'm gonna wait till we're like in the bottom, you know.
Sure.
in
Yeah,
the-
in the bed chambers. the
Yeah.
human ones.
So do we take her to Hartford, where we think she'll actually be useful and we'll remember to feed her? Hartford Hall when it's done, or do we just? It's not like super her fault. I mean, it's her fault that she
No.
killed people, but
She's living to her nature.
yeah.
I'm not sure even if we keep her fed, her nature will keep her away from eating humans.
You know,
Yeah.
have you ever owned a cat? They kill for fun, even when they're not hungry. If you let them do it.
I think we made a mistake in the past.
Remember those days where we used to try to talk our way out of everything and it worked, but maybe is backfiring? Yeah.
Well, it worked for a while, and now we're strong enough to look at another path.
Yep.
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 Mm-hmm.
Alternate thought. And I look at Talon and I point. Don't you have a magic that can compel somebody to do or not do something in particular for a long time?
I do.
She just shrugs and
It will only last for 30 days.
Okay.
I'd have to come
That
back here
seems-
and do it once a month, every month, and I think, she might realize the jig is up after a while and just attack me.
Yeah, probably. All right. So is this like a bang bang sort of ordeal, or do we you have to leave and you can't stay in the city sort of deal?
She will continue killing humans.
Yeah, she will.
Are there any unsavory humans we could unleash her upon?
Ooh.
Oh, I love paladins.
Awful neutral,
Can't-
baby.
I was gonna say that's some lawful neutral shit right there. Yeah, for
Yep.
sure.
Excellent.
Hey, you have that, you got that, do you have that? No, you don't have that, do you? Never mind, that was a different time, I'm sorry.
Counselor of War.
That's
I
what
mean,
I
if we
was
just-
thinking, actually, Burke.
Let her loose in the fucking council chambers. That's awful.
Somebody will win.
Right.
Yeah.
And someone will destroy her.
What if they like capture her and interrogate her, and then she tells them that we set her up to do it? That's really my pain point here.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I don't know any amount of destiny points is going to get you to council after that one.
Well, I mean, if it's a conversation that doesn't take any more than 5 minutes, I can possibly make her forget. No, this is terrible. I can't do that. Like I
There's
could
so many
actually
holes
do it,
in this.
but I could make her memory change and then compel her to go do that thing. But I'm not going to do that, just so you all know.
Yeah. I feel like the idea is enticing, but so full of holes.
Yeah,
We've
and
talked
horribly
about it.
evil.
Yeah. I mean, surely there's somebody we could set her on the sites of who we don't care if they know it's us.
I mean, can we just like
Do you think she
probably
eats
won't
vampires?
make him mad? Yeah, I was gonna say it probably won't matter
Yeah.
if she goes to Just,
Right, like go to go to Willard's workshop. He's got so many stray limbs lying around. You're gonna love it.
she'll just become something he turns into something.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's gross. We can't send her to our enemies because she knows too much. So I think there's actually only one solution, and I'm not thrilled about it.
Yeah.
But
We get a muzzle.
Mm-hmm.
yep, a permanent muzzle.
So yeah, let's I hold on a second. Let me think about something real fast. Let me consult my spells real quick.
Well, crap.
Okay. I could confuse her, or try to.
Just to give us the drop on her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's as good an idea as any.
And if you give me a moment, he tugs on his gilded flower that's like the brooch of his cloak.
Ooh.
I can bring a little friend along as well.
All right. Sure.
Okay.
Give her something to another target.
Mm-hmm. And what else? Yeah. That seems like probably the best thing that I can do right now.
Yeah. We all agree it must be done.
Yeah.
And then we can dump the bodies with the Lamia, and there's your answer to who's been eating students.
Yep.
Yep. It's Lamia in the sewers.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Great.
Okay.
Well, shall we get this over with? Because the sooner we deal with it, the sooner we can get the smell out of here.
Yeah.
All right.
Agreed.
And I will begin speaking magical words and hold the gilded lily and weave a symbol of the Fae in the air.
Right.
And summon a Fae spirit.
Which
And
one?
It's gonna be the fuming one.
He's peeing.
What do you want, boss?
Hey, little friend.
Okay. A little bit of Beavis and Butthead in there.
Kind of appropriate.
What are we gonna do?
We're gonna kill Lamia.
Yes. Oh, let's do it. Come on. Where's she? Let's get it.
You sound like one of the goblins from Labyrinth.
You're welcome.
I mean,
Goblins is Fae. It's great.
Yeah.
At least in that movie, Goblins is Fae.
yeah, totally.
Legit. Okay. You have enthusiastic help.
Yep.
Little guy's just gonna go in there and distract.
Sir Star would do a thing before we go in there as we're in the next room.
Okay.
Do it.
Go for it.
He would use both of his channel abilities to 1, poison his sword, and 2, summon his duplicate.
Nice. Overkill. Overkill.
Like,
Yeah.
Hey, compassion.
yep. Do it quickly.
We're gonna make
Yep.
this quick.
Great.
That's the idea.
Mm-hmm.
Burke, you want to rage while everybody's at it?
Yeah, like he lets everybody else go into the room to like start looking all like what's the word for it? Like meekly, like, okay, we're going to attack you, and we're super sorry about this, and then Burke just runs through the door at him.
I think that makes Burke first. I'm gonna give you guys 1 round, and if you don't kill this thing, I'm gonna be shocked.
Me too.
All right.
So initiative, or
Sure.
we just got the drop on her?
Why
You
don't-
got the drop on her. Like it's.
Why
gonna
don't
be a
we
surprise
all
round.
see, like, say what we're doing, say how much damage we deal,
Yeah.
and then if we have to roll initiative after that, we will.
I don't think it's gonna be
Fair.
that big a problem. Like, yeah, she's got a decent amount of hit points, but you're like a lot of levels above what you were back in the day.
Yeah.
Just want to round table it. Who goes first?
Yeah, do it.
Whatever.
Before she. I think the idea of Burke just charging while you're all kind of meekly doing your thing. I'm thinking Burke goes
Well,
first.
I just rolled a natural 20 on the first attack roll I was going to make.
Call me a liar then.
Yeah, you know.
And my little
Yeah,
Fae
fi-
can just pop.
Yep.
Great.
Can face
do it.
step.
Okay.
But I don't care who goes first. I think it's just.
You want to just roll initiative? Do it the right way.
Well, just go down the line and
Yeah.
say what we're going to do, because it might not be necessary to take initiative and have you write it
Right.
down and like do all that. That's
Okay.
what I'm trying to say.
We're just gonna go in alphabetical order. All right, Vesper.
All right.
And by Vesper, I
so
mean Allie.
that's a natural 20 on the first roll. The second roll is a 22 to hit.
That should be fine.
Yeah, okay, cool. So we're going to do a total. I'm just going to add up both
Go for it.
damages. That's 11 on the first attack. on the
She's like
second
reading a book
attack.
while in a little loaf.
That's a bad roll. But that's the crit, so 11.
You and your plus 6
17.
strength, you monster.
Yep. 17 plus 11 is
Oh my god, 28.
plus 4 is 32.
32.
That's 2 attacks. Bonus action.
Mhm.
That's another hit
Okay.
with a dirty 20.
Yep.
Or another. What did I say? 32.
I got it.
plus 10 plus 7 plus another 17.
Okay, it's 49.
Yep.
Great. She's at she's at half health. Good job.
Oh. I could action surge and maybe just do it, but I'll give other people a chance to do their thing.
Okay. Burke.
Does the 22 hit?
Yeah. AC 13. Go.
Burke,
Have fun.
Burke does 31 damage. Bonk bonk.
Just 2 hits, bonk bonk.
Hmm.
Still up.
Okay.
Ooh.
Mr. Star. Or.
I mean, we
no.
can all go.
Star-
It's
yeah, you
fine.
can
I
all
just
go.
want to see what everybody does.
Yeah, I'm just going down the list.
Dirty 20 to hit on the first roll.
Yep.
And math is a thing. Hold on.
Just give me numbers. I'll add them to a calculator.
Oh, sweet. Okay, so bunch of dice here. I've
Okay.
got
All right, sneak attack.
10. Oh, exactly. I've got a bunch of shit. I've got sneak attack damage. I'm hitting a branding smite. I'm burning a second level spell slot for a divine smite. Then I've got my scimitar and my sneak attack damage. If I didn't say that,
I'm going to do your math
damage.
separately because I want to see how much you do. Just yourself.
Okay. So 20, and because I had advantage on the attack, I just get 20 for my poison.
Oh, God.
There's 10 plus another 10.
When the man has time to prepare, it's
Plus another 10. Plus 8.
That's more of the damage than Vesper so far.
Plus 4. And where are you at?
This is just attack 1, right?
Plus another 4. And that is all attack 1.
Okay. Okay, first attack. Cool.
Cool. It's a 27 for the second attack.
Oh, yeah. Easy. Twice as much.
Okay. Burn that. We're going to hit.
Yeah, just so you're like, Surstar far outstrips Vesper in single attack numbers by a frightening margin.
Yeah.
I'm really good at dealing a big hunk of damage over like 6 attacks, but I got nothing on him for one hit KOs.
Yeah, it's real good. I'm gonna give everybody a shot, and then we're gonna do the cinematic style.
Flurry rush.
Avengers!
Perfect
25
dodge.
for the second hit.
Plus 25?
Yep.
You do not do enough to KO her by yourself.
Oh my god.
How dare.
All right.
How dare.
Talon.
Like kind of standing next to the doorway and he's like, there. And his little face steps, just bamf next to her, stabs her for 22.
Oh, whoa,
Jeez.
Your little friend?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
And I didn't roll max on that.
That's awesome.
That's a Vesper attack. Jesus.
Yeah, that's really good.
Yeah, he's good.
He's angry.
Yeah.
Angie.
It's the fuming one. And that's all I can
Perfect.
do, though. Just
Okay, great.
pops in and blap. 22 do it?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
You guys did, if I'm doing my math correctly, 192 damage.
Nice.
You almost doubled her hit points.
Action surged.
She has 97. You are 2 hit points shy, 2 damage shy from doing double their total health.
Or used a single maneuver.
Yeah.
Wait, how much damage did I do in my turn?
Your turn alone? 80.
Yep. Thank you.
You did like.
I'm sorry. No,
half
I'm
of that,
sorry. I'm sorry. You did 91.
Yeah.
And Vesper and Burke combined did 80.
Yeah.
I love it.
It was real good. So, no, I'm sorry. That's wrong. You are 1 point away from doing double her damage because you're at 193.
Mm-hmm.
It's fine.
Excellent. Very, very good. Yeah, so I think cinematic style. We can give you a beautiful cinematic finish of this this lounging Lamia was just reading a book. Cinematic finish.
Lounging Lamia laid bare.
Finisher.
Guts spewed everywhere.
Ew.
Yup.
I spent like 5 gold on that pig. Now we can't even eat it.
Perk puts the
I mean,
pig
hey,
back.
if you're honest, yeah, you got most of the pig left. And if you really want to get the rest of it,
it's
you can
not
get it
about
back.
most of it's left. It's about you put it on the ground where there are human rotting corpses. That is not sanitary.
What do you think fire's for?
Perk restores the pig.
Well,
I don't
you have...
stop him, but I make a note to never take meat from Burke.
Okay. That should have been something you did in episode 1, even though you...
Probably.
Yeah. Anyways, I think with you having successfully reclaimed your hideout, this may be a good spot to stop for the night. I mean, there's clearly probably a montage of y'all cleaning your hideout out. Maybe Vesper bribing the butler or something, I don't know.
Probably while we talk about things, but
Yeah.
You know.
We'll pick up there next time as we scrub and haul bodies into the sewer.
Excellent. So
Yeah.
we'll join us next time for Extreme Cleaning,
Ooh.
D&D edition.
How much is Lysol these days?
No matter how
good
much
is
worth it.
prestidigitation, truly?
Pretty good, but it is a cantrip.
I can
Getting
get
that sink out's gonna be rough. Yeah. Well, this was a super fun session. Not where I thought we were going tonight, but super fucking here for it.
So much.
Yeah, hell yeah. So this will bring us to the evening of the 2nd of Melody. So you guys only spent about a day and a half.
Sweet.
So, yeah. So, your next big thing that you got going on is the Moon Festival of the Moon, which probably may or may not happen next session or not. And I'm excited to see what we get up to. And you should be too. And before we say goodbye, I want to thank every you, immortals and monsters, for venturing with us into the world of Alaemyr tonight. As a reminder, we stream bi-weekly here on Twitch. You can find us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, wait, what's Twitter? Well, whatever that is, you can find us there, TikTok, and YouTube, where we share updates, sneak peeks, and magical surprises. But before you go, we do need your help. Our lovely players have done some incredibly powerful RP tonight. But we want to know who really moved you the most. So there is a poll that will be going live up in before the end of our outro song on Patreon right now. And just as a reminder, you don't have to be a patron to vote on this of who do you think deserves a Destiny point. Whoever gets it, the most votes will get a shiny new one. And it's a public poll. You don't have to be a patron to vote, but you can just hop over to Patreon. Link will be placed in the chat in just a few seconds. But as a reminder, if you're looking to interact with us, you can also join our Discord group, and you can of course always find us on Patreon. Our next episode will be Monday the 8th. Monday the 7th. I'm almost good at this. The 7th
Second
of
time
August.
you've done that one. I don't know. You just
Because
got it in your head.
Because I'm flying on the 8th, but I was flying on the 7th, and so I keep swapping them.
Ah.
We hope to see you there. Oh, and speaking of flying, myself and our incredibly talented Peercy will both be at Gen Con. So if you all are going to be at Gen Con, you can feel free to say what's up to us there. Why don't you can shoot? You come and say hi.
Yes.
Yeah, no, it's all good.
Jay will be walking around and come out to booth 2661 if you're there.
Yeah.
And you can see me and other things we do.
Yeah, and all the cool stuff will go. So maybe we will see you before our next game, which would be pretty freaking cool. All right, y'all.
For real people, despite this.
Yeah.
Despite these are promises that one of us has made.
I don't really look like this. I look a little bit like this. But
you look a lot. Yeah, I mean, Vesper's based on you quite a bit.
Well, looks wise, because I was like, I don't know what I'm doing.
Yep. We're going to do a random game that we're not going to follow through on. Let's see if we maybe get a group together. Well, it's COVID.
Real.
Right? Beautiful. All right, well, thank you so much for joining us. And we will see you next time on the 7th. But until then, keep your quills sharp and your eyes wide. See you next time, mortals and monsters. Later. Bye-bye.
Farewell.
Bye.
I'm sorry, Lara.
So long. Farewell. We're gonna...
Lot!
You
Be
were so
avenged!
cool. You were a liability.
Bye.
Liability. Oh, man.
Good night, everyone.
We'll see you next time. Good night.
Bye.
Bye.